Yes, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back. It is match the day. Tottenham Hotspur away at Crystal Palace. The team news is in, and other than the obvious, it's the obvious, if that makes sense. Other than the question mark was, would Paulinho come back into the team? Other than that, it is exactly the 11 I think most people were saying it would be. Lots of people, as the show is building up, I can see lots of people talking about Paulinho. I genuinely don't know. I do find it very funny though, how many of the people saying that now are the same people I saw saying he's got to stop playing Paulinho and Bentancur. And now he doesn't. They keep saying, oh no, you've got to play Paulinho and Bentancur. So look, I as I said, I don't really care who plays in midfield. I don't rate any of them. Look, this for me, other than that conversation of Paulinho, is the strongest 11 available this afternoon. You know, people, I'm seeing people saying, oh, that forward line, I don't know what else. I mean, have you seen our bench? It's pretty poor. The back four picks itself. The goalkeeper picks itself. Other than Paulinho. Now, again, what I would say is with that, I don't know. Is something going on with Paulinho? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, is something going on? There must be a reason why he's not starting games. Is it fitness? Is it something in his personal life? Is it style of play? I don't know. But look, he's going to play Mwani because he's the big money loan signing. Richarlison is scoring our goals. Yeah, someone else mentioned this earlier. Someone else mentioned to me that possibly he had a few personal things going on. I don't know. I don't know. Look, you guys, you all know me by now. You all know I've said I don't rate any of these midfielders. I don't rate any of these midfielders. So I don't really care who plays there. Said this all summer. Got to buy some midfielders, and we didn't. And that's why I don't really care. Left side, I mean, people are asking for Tel or Odegaard over Mwani. Really? It feels like very much, as I've said before, it doesn't matter what he does. There's a certain somebody in the chat who was kept saying, I want Mwani. I want Mwani. Now Mwani's starting. They want Tel or Odegaard. And this is what I mean. Look at the players we are debating. Look at the standard of players we are debating at this football club, right? It's should Tel start or Odegaard? I mean, I don't know. Listen, hang on. Let's get rid of this person straight away for just straight off the bat is just cussing me straight away. Literally, I've literally been live for 3 minutes and people are straight in off the bat. Of course, we've got our resident troll Marios in here, who everybody saw 2 weeks ago going, why is Mwani not starting? Why is Mwani not starting? Now he doesn't want Mwani starting. He wants Odegaard or Tel starting. I don't know. It's not two teams in the middle, is it? It's not. Bentancur is not a team. He will be the one playing alongside Gray, and Bergvall will be pushing up into the number 10. So it's not... listen, we do this every week. Every single week. Yes, Aris, now listen to the words that I use, not what you think I've said. As I said, I rate Paulinho. Yes, one, we didn't buy him, which is what I said. We didn't buy them. And two, I said we need a whole new midfield, not just a Paulinho. If you fail to listen to me, I can only help you so much. I can't force you to use your ears. I have said the same thing over and over and over again. I don't rate this squad in any way, shape, or form. That's why I don't lose my mind when the team are announced. I genuinely, everyone goes into meltdown, even though they know the squad that we've got. And I said to, I don't know, maybe I said it to you, Ash. I don't know if you're in a chat. I can't remember. But said, it's almost as though fans get to the lineup being announced and like they've expected that new players have joined that we didn't know about. This is the squad. This is the squad. This is what people wanted. This is what, look, hey, you know, this is what we've got. So look, we go we do what we do. We hope that these boys can put in a shift and get us 3 points. But full ball, I don't know. Some people are saying that there's some personal issues with him going on. I don't know. When you're saying this is the manager I defend, again, you've got to grow up a little bit, dude. As I've said, this is the manager I want to have time and transfer windows, mate. I don't want him with this squad. I really don't understand how people like you are that stupid you can't hear what I say. In the summer, yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. No, listen. Why can't people listen to what I say? Why can't listen? I can't do it. I can't do it. Anyway, so that is the 11 today. And this is what we've got. This is what we've got. We've got Vicario in goal, Pedro Porro at right back, Danso, Van de Ven, and Jed Spence complete the back four. A midfield of Bentancur and Gray with Kudus right, Bergvall you would think would be in the 10, and Mawani on the left, and Richarlison through the middle. Other than that, there isn't. I wasn't expecting anything else. I don't know about any of you guys. I wasn't expecting anything else. I would love to know the scenario. I would love to know what is going on with Paulinho. I would like to know why he's not starting. Something must be going on. We'll see. The bench for anyone. Hang on, let me just bring up the bench. I remember looking at the bench and thinking this is not even a championship bench. It is absolutely horrible. Kinski, Dragosin, Paulinho, Tell, Johnson, Takai, Odeber, Davis, and Scarlett. Got to be one of the weakest benches I think I've ever seen in a Tottenham squad. But that's what we are. That's where we are. It's why I am not going mad. Everyone wants me to go mad. When people like full ball say stupid shit like this is the manager to defend, I can't reiterate this anymore. This is the manager I wanted to have for a few years to build, right? To build this. I didn't say I want this squad and this is going to work. People have got to listen to what's being said. Scott, who else is there? The others are all at AFCON or injured. Who else is there, mate? I think like, dude, if you can't listen to what I say, you don't need to be here. It's that simple, mate. It's really funny how you can't listen to what I say. Sam, look, I agree, which is why when I say things like, why do people expect this squad to be good? I don't get it. I look at the team, I look at the sub bench and go, this is unrecognizable to me from Spurs of years gone by. Queen, or as I said, that's the one I question, but some people are saying that there are some personal issues. I don't know. If not, I question it. But it is funny because, Ellie, you were one of the people who didn't want to see Bentancur and Paulinho in a double pivot. Isn't it funny how now you want to see it in a double pivot? I'm just confused. People are not sticking to what they're saying. We'll see. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. Has anyone heard this about Paulinho? No. To build, you have to buy. Marius, to build, you have to buy. Like build over years. Build. It's really that simple. I can't do this anyway. Listen, it's just boring. Sorry. I just don't get it, right? Can't we just get to the game and look forward to the game? I mean, everyone, you all knew what the 11 was going to be. You all knew what the 11 was going to be, and everyone comes in here and goes, "Oh, Frank, you knew what the 11 was going to be." What is? Dude, I hear you. I absolutely hear you, Scott. But if there is something going on that we don't know about, I'd like to know. If not, I'd like to know why he's not been starting. There must be a reason why he's not starting. Look, as I said, yeah, I just don't care until this board want to start buying proper players. I genuinely don't care. This is what we've got. This is what we've got. Yeah. Oh, right. See you later, mate. You're going. See you later. I can't be bothered. I genuinely can't be bothered. All people want to do is come to my show and call me out. Fuck off if that's what you want to do. It's that simple. I'm so bored of it, right? I don't pick the team. I agree. The one change I would have made would have been Gray for Paulinho. I never wanted to see Gray anyway, but there must be a reason why. And most of you all asked for this. Most of you were in my chat every game going, Bentancur, Paulinho don't work. Bentancur, Paulinho don't work. Now all of a sudden it's, oh my God, why is Gray playing? I don't know. Absolutely. That's all I said in the summer, and that's what I still said now. I just don't get why people can't understand this. I never said I want Thomas Frank to have 4 months with somebody else's squad and we all go, he's amazing. I want to see. Yeah. I don't know who you are. What kid? I don't know who you are. What kid? What kid? I haven't spoken to any kids. What are you talking about? What is going on here? What is going on here? I'm so confused. I genuinely don't know what is going on here. I've literally started the show and these people they want to come at you and then they sing things like doesn't fit your agenda. What agenda? We're trying to do a watch along here. I don't know who you are. I don't know what agenda you're referring to. I don't know what kid you're referring to. I haven't spoken to any kids. Can we just maybe get to a watch along and talk about football? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Honestly, YouTube's just got so bad, hasn't it? Some people asking why he's not playing a back three. I wouldn't want to play a back three. Why would you want to play a back three? I don't get it. Look, it's just getting hard work, isn't it? You can't do anything. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Oh, can't win. I'll tell you, I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to sit here. Oh my God. I'm just going to sit here. Let's just sit here. Don't worry. Let's not talk about anything. Listen, I literally said, I don't know why he's not playing. I would have played him. I don't know what people want me to say. I don't know, but everyone goes on like they're really shocked with the lineup. I mean, who else is there? We've got no players. Like, this is just mad. I agree with you. I don't rate him one bit. I agree with you. I completely agree with you, my friend. I don't rate Gray. Savva, this is hypocritical. You say Gray won't develop without game time, yet now he's starting to develop. You don't like it and want a 30-year-old. What? What? Oh, I'm so confused. Guys, girls, I am going to start massively culling people. Massively. Matt, I haven't even spoke to Matt. Matt is 27 or 26. It's not a kid. Oh, gosh. I genuinely don't know what's going on in this fan base. Literally cannot say anything. Like I cannot say anything. Anything. I don't know. What? Tell me what you want me to say. If I say I want to see Paulinho, people are going, well, why not Gray? If I want to see Gray, no, why not Paulinho? I don't know. I don't pick the team. Just a football fan. I don't pick the football team. I genuinely don't know. This is where I'm at with it, Chris. This is why I've tried this year to be more chilled about it. I genuinely. One second. I genuinely said can I tell you what frustrates me? Literally, what I called in the summer is exactly why I'm not worried about it now. Because I said I didn't expect a lot. Loads of other people started expecting loads, and I said I don't expect anything. And now everyone's going, you wanted this manager. Yeah, but I wanted him to have some years to build. Didn't want him to have 4 months with this crap squad. Like, it's madness. you do realise I don't work for Tottenham. I don't work for Thomas Frank. If Thomas Frank is sacked, Thomas Frank is sacked. We go again with a new manager, and we'll be doing this again in a few months. Can we please, just if you come here for a watch along, can we just get back to the watch alongs? They used to be fun. Now the whole chat is just vile. You know, this is, it's just, dude, one more, you're gone. I've no idea what you're talking about. I didn't say all people in their 20s are thick. That's not what I said. Just stop it. Just stop it, guys. Honestly, can everyone just take a breath? Just take a minute. Just take a minute. Just take a minute, please, because I'll be honest with you, right? I'm at the stage where I'm literally thinking of jacking in the whole of YouTube, because you lot are fucking vile. I'll say most of you are just vile all the time. And it's just too much. I don't enjoy it. I used to love it. I used to love coming on here, doing the games. I am a Spurs fan like the rest of you. I'm a Spurs fan. I have an opinion. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Doesn't mean every single time I go live, you just get to go at me, right? It's mad. Absolutely, yeah. It's mad. And this is the problem, right? Is when people are saying not Graham Bergvall again, if there is something up with Paulinho, I don't know. If there is something up with Paulinho, that's the squad we've been left with. Sarr is at the AFCON. Basuma's at the AFCON, right? That's the 4 midfielders you're left with. Simmons is out, is suspended. This is what you're left with. Gray, Bergvall, Bentancur, Paulinho. It's not great, but that's what we've got. So when people are going, he's got to do this, he's got to do that, he's got to do that, can we buy him the players for him to do that? Again, not what I said. Josh, if you're going to start doing this again, listen to what I said. By the way, the season hasn't finished. The season hasn't finished. People talking about league positions. It's December. It's not May. It's December. It's not May. Just relax, please. This is ridiculous. Listen, if he gets sacked, he gets sacked. I don't know how many times I can say this. Surely most of you see that I'm saying, if he gets sacked, he gets sacked. Fine. Do you know what? My opinion. Right, Josh, you're going as well now. See you later. If my opinion is Spurs finish 9th and we finish 12th, what do you want me to do about it? I genuinely don't know what you want me to do about it. Listen, as I said, I wanted Thomas Frank to come in. I wanted him to be given a number of years, a number of transfer windows to get rid of the deadwood, bring in his own players and build something. If that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But guess what? I'm going to say the same thing for the next manager as well. Whoever the next manager is needs to come in, get rid of the deadwood, bring in their own players and build. I don't know why this is so difficult. Look at what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Oh, mate. Oh, don't. We used to have players like this. I know. I was just having a chat with my uncle. He supported Spurs for 65 years now. And just saying, I can't remember too many weaker squads. And even if we had weaker squads, we always had some magic, didn't we? We always had some magic. Somebody that could do something that made you want to. Now I look at it and go, where is that? Where is it? Where's the magic gone? I know, Andy, isn't it? The magic mic. And it is time to start blocking again, sadly. I really didn't want to. I didn't want to do it. But it's just mad. Like this guy, nowhere to be seen for months, comes straight in and goes, this is who you defend. Without actually listening to what I say. I will defend the next manager as well. The next manager coming in is going to have just as big a mess to sort out. So whoever it is, I'm going to get behind them and say, can we build? Unfortunately, I am somebody that, unlike people like football that just have one brain cell in their head, I am able to say, the players are shit. The manager's not doing well. The director of football situation is a mess. The transfers are a mess. The club is a mess. The board is a mess. So if anyone thinks just sacking a manager is going to sort this out, I think I think you're mistaken. But if he goes, he goes. If he goes, he goes. I said if Kulu, if Madison, if Solanke, if all the players are fit, then I think we'll be 6th or 7th. I don't know why this is so hard for people to understand. Oh my good gosh, does it really matter? Does it really matter? What is this point scoring nonsense? What is this? Can we just I don't know. I've just lost all energy for it. Sorry. If anyone wants to switch off, feel free. I've just lost all um energy for it. Ah, that bloke's gonna get blocked as well. Like what is wrong? What you can do, Savva, is admit Frank is as bad as Ange and advocate for a much better manager such as Glasner. And if Glasner comes in, do you know what Glasner's going to need? Loads and loads of years, loads and loads of windows and backing, right? As I said, this is the thing, full ball. I think I want to back Frank and judge him when Frank's had transfer windows on his own footballers. I don't know why this is so difficult to work out. This is one of the worst squads I've seen. This is one of the worst squads I've seen. I genuinely don't know. I just don't get it. Mate, yeah, proper man, like Gaza, Ginola, and Hoddle. I can go back to Hoddle and Waddle. Now we're just seeing. Do you know what? Do you know what I think's funny is just seeing people debate Gray versus Bergvall, or Tell versus Odeberg, or Richie versus Johnson. It's like, look at the players we are arguing, right? We're just arguing about players all over the park. Alex, and that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to look at the bigger picture, but people just want a point score. Like, as I said, the club's a mess, and the easy thing to do is to go, right, yeah, the manager's going to get sacked. Now, I thought in the summer they were going to build. I thought in the summer, right, they sacked the manager. They bought in their own manager. That's cost them £17 million. I thought they were going to build, right? But they didn't. They didn't build. And it's like, I saw today that they're talking about West Ham sacking Nuno. Okay, sack Nuno. You've still got that crappy West Ham squad. What is a new manager going to do if he comes in there? It's not Nuno's fault. Nuno didn't build this mess. Frank's not built this mess that he's picked up at Spurs. And that's why I think people just can't get that out of their brains. What is going on? What? What are you talking about? What are you who is this troll? What are you talking about? Acid Twin, agreed. Agreed. This is a really weak squad. It's a really weak squad. We need that magic of a Madison in there. We need a Kane or a Son. We need that spark that we've not got. I just don't understand what people think will change. Like, people are arguing Ange v Frank. Right now, it doesn't really matter. If you don't go and buy better footballers, it doesn't really matter. By the way, Mickey van der Ven, Richarlison, Bentancur, and Porro are all one yellow card away from a one-match ban. So that should be fun, shouldn't it? All one away from a one-match ban. So you almost know what's going to happen there, don't you? Big up, Patrick. How you doing, mate? Thank you for being here. Honestly, I'm genuinely I'm genuinely just I just don't understand what I don't understand as a fan base what we want. Like, we all know something, whoever, it's going to take time, but we don't want to give anything time. Don't want to give anything time. And you know, 3 months ago, Iriola was yeah, look, there you go. People cry for it. 3 months ago, it was Iriola. Now it's Glasner. The same people who want Glasner say they want to see really good football, but Glasner doesn't play really good football. But what is it that we want? Are we, what is it that we want? I don't know. Yeah, sorry, Grant. I know, mate. I've tried. We haven't even got to the game. Do you know what I mean? We haven't even got to the game. And unfortunately, we got these fans like this that just, it's just ridiculous. Mark, absolutely, man. It's just the thing is, when people go, see, you shouldn't have sacked Ange. So what? Because Frank's not doing well at the moment means we should have kept Ange, who wasn't doing well. Like, I don't like it's all so silly. Surely deep down, we all know this squad needs an overhaul, don't we? Surely we all know that, right? We get that. Whether it's Frank, whether it's the next guy, we all know that, don't we? As I've said, I can say this a million times. Sack Frank all you want. What's the plan? Who's coming in and picking up this squad? Who's coming in and being given the time to rebuild? That's all I ask. I mean, I can't. I mean, what the worst take of the day? Do you know? Wow. Yeah, like, it was just. It used to be fun. It used to be fun doing these, and then now you've got just these people who don't even know the football club, that they don't understand, right? They don't understand like let me ask all the chat, right? Out of 10, how much of a mess do you think the entire football club is in? Like, after years and years and years of not buying properly, changing managers, changing directors of football, changing scouts, new owners, I would say we're 10 out of 10 for a mess. And I don't even think that's being dramatic. I think we're a shit show. I think we're an absolute shit show. And I think we've been like this for years and years and years. We've been a shit show for years. And it's all accumulated. Walker was the first to go from a really good team. Then obviously the likes of Dembele went, and then Vertonghen and Rose and Alderweireld went. Then Kane went, then some went, and now we're left with this lot. And it's funny because when you speak to other fans, they don't rate our squad. I don't rate our squad. I don't look at this squad and go, we should be doing well. I don't think there's anything to it. I think this is a really, really average football squad. And unfortunately, and I think that's the best comment I've read so far. That's the problem, mate. That is absolutely nail on head. We want the instant success without the building. And unfortunately, there's too many kids who support this football club now that play football games that think it changes like that. And as I've said, and what I think's funny is people don't ever listen to this part. Frank will get the sack whether I want him to or not. Every manager gets the sack at some point. But we're going to be sitting here doing the same thing with the next manager if we don't if we don't start working properly. Absolutely, Mark. Absolutely. This is why I think so many wanted us to sell, wanted ENIC to sell. And you know why I get this hate. Brilliant. Thanks for that, Chris. We'll go to one of those other channels, mate. Look, honestly, I've been talking with a wife lately about completely jacking this all in. It's just not fun anymore. It's just not fun because of because of horrible arseholes like this. It's just not fun. But Aaron, it was already going wrong. This is the problem. Again, listen, Chris, listen to what I said. Listen to what I said. In the summer, Spurs had a chance to address all of this. Hang on, Tom. Look, do you know what I don't get? What I don't get is why is everyone has to come in and just be so rude? Like, what is? What is the problem, right, Tom? The difference is Ange isn't a manager that builds wherever he's been in his career. He's not a manager that goes somewhere and builds. He's got like a tenure of 2.5 years to 3 years maximum at a football club. That's why if we bring in a coach that has tenure at football clubs for building, that's why. Ange's never been that guy. He said it himself. He said, "This is who I am. I'm not going to change." He told you that. He told me that. I don't know why you need to come in and be so rude. Happy New Year to you as well. Happy Christmas. What is wrong? Like everyone's just so I don't understand. Everyone is just so nasty on the internet. It's just got horrible. Genuinely horrible. Like this guy never ever comes into my streams. This guy's never ever come into my streams before. Right? And then now all of a sudden today, I'm a hypocrite without any context to what I've actually said. As I've said, someone like Tom doesn't listen. You can sack Frank right now. Fine. Bring in the next guy. That guy's going to need time. I don't understand what I'm saying that's so difficult for people to wrap their head around. Can we get back to basics? These are just football opinions. Why are people like this so nasty? Like, it's just football opinions. He is like any other manager. Results will dictate if he gets the sack, of course. Results dictated that Nuno got the sack. Results dictated, that Jose got the sack. Results dictated that Ange got the sack. That is just a fact of life. Look at what is wrong with these people? That's not what I've said. That's not what I've said. Mate, why are you being so rude? I don't know who you are. Why are you being so rude? Jesus Christ. I listen to what I'm actually saying. If you want to sack him, sack him. The new manager's coming into the same thing. Ange had 2 years, 4 transfer windows, nearly £400 million. This manager's had 1 summer. Picked up an absolute mess. If he goes, he goes, right? If he goes, he goes. I genuinely don't know what I can come onto my screen and actually say anymore. Right? I don't know what I can say. As I said, sack him. Keep him. But whoever it is, got to build. And that's wrong. Everything I'm saying is wrong. Sack him, wrong. Keep him, wrong. This is wrong. It's meant to just be football. And Mitch never said it was. It might not be the right man. I just don't know. See, dude, I don't know who you are. When you're saying change your tune, I don't know who you are. Right? Listen to what I've said, the difference between this season and last season. Again, I don't know why. Listen, is this still about Ange? How long are we going to do this? Literally, is the next manager going to come in and we're still going to talk about Ange Postecoglou? Look at what is wrong with these people? Look, by the way, guys, look, this is a grown man. This is a grown man. This is a grown man talking to somebody like that. Look at this. Jack it in. Yeah, my livelihood, how I pay my bills. Jack it all in. Do us all a favour. What is wrong with these people? Oh, I just can't even bother. I don't even see it. I know, but this doesn't. By the way, Acid, do you know the funny thing is, mate? When people say hounded out, Ange wasn't sacked because of me or a YouTuber on the internet. Ange was sacked because he lost 22 Premier League games in 1 year. The same as Frank won't be sacked because of me, you, or anyone else. He'll be sacked by the board. It's no one's hounded him out. Mate, dude, just stop it, mate. Listen, come on and have a chat with me if you want, but just stop this. I don't know who you are. You're saying grow a spine. You haven't, I've never seen you in here before. Tell me what my actual opinion is before you say I'm a hypocrite. Tell me what I've actually said. I don't know who you are. Look, just nasty, nasty people everywhere. He can get blocked as well. What is wrong with? I don't know what has happened here, right? I've literally rocked up. I've literally rocked up to do a watch along, and all of the nasty arseholes are in here today. Like, what on earth has happened? Like, who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is that suddenly is coming in my chat today just having a pop for no reason. I genuinely can't say it over and over again. Sack him all you want. Who's the next manager? What's the plan? Are the board going to back him? How patient are the fans going to be with that manager? I genuinely don't know how many different ways of saying this there are before people just say these silly things. I just don't know. It used to be such a good laugh. Honestly, YouTube used to be a really good laugh, YouTube. And now it's just full of people like grown men. Look, that's the problem. Grown men that go into chat rooms and just abuse. It's ridiculous. I was just a disgrace towards Ange. Mate, come on. Grow a pair of balls and come on then, Tom, and tell me about myself. I bet you don't. I know where I know you from now. Makes sense. I take it all back. Now I know who sent you. I know what's going on. I just don't get it. I just there's it. Do you know what these people have done? They've ruined for me being a Spurs fan because I like every single show is just people coming in here and being rude. Let me get your thoughts today, guys. Score predictions. I think this has got a 2-2 written all over it. I mean, someone has just messaged me and said this. I don't know why you do it. The internet is full of horrible people. Honestly, despise YouTube. Used to be fun. Now it's horrendous. Oh, that guy lives in Glasgow. That's why. Right. Got it. Got it. Okay. So that guy who's trying to, yeah, he lives in Glasgow. Okay. So give me your score predictions. I think this is going to be 2-2. Listen, as I've said, if he keeps losing games, he will get the sack, the same as any other manager. Of that, there is no doubt. That is how football works. That is how football works. But at some point, with somebody, we're going to have to build at some point. If it's not this guy, maybe the next. Yeah, 2-2 for me, my man. 2-2. Madness. Madness. Madness, madness. Not half, not half. Oh my god, it's yeah, not half, mate, not half. Honestly, my friends, like in and not in the YouTube space, they just can't believe how many grown adults go into chat rooms and are just rude to people they wouldn't be rude to in normal life. They just can't believe it. They genuinely can't believe it. It's madness. As we said in the summer, whatever happens, those that were just in love with Ange won't let anything drop. It just is what it is, right? It is what it is. And look, all I want is Spurs to get better. That's all I want is Spurs to get better. I think there's a huge job here. I think the football club is one giant mess, and Palace away is not an easy not an easy game. They're not. Look, Palace are an interesting team. They're hard to beat. Other than I think Leeds battered them, but other than that, they're quite hard to beat. They're defensively sound, and it's going to be a tough game. We know what Palace are about. We know that they're pragmatic. We know that they're hard to beat. We've got to find a way. They've got to find a way. And no, Xavi doesn't help. Romero, I'm not so bothered about missing Romero, guys. Yeah, I'm not so bothered about Romero. I'm somebody that can give or I can leave him or take him, Romero. I've never been overawed with him. Never ever watched him and gone, oh my God, this guy's amazing. So listen, and I've seen all of the nice comments in the chat. So thank you very much, guys. I would love to just be able to come on and just the barrage of abuse as though I'm picking the team. I just want people to know I don't pick the manager or the players or the director of football. I'm just a football fan with an opinion. By the way, I don't hound out anybody. Nobody gets hounded out because a YouTuber wants them to get sacked. If that was the case, Ruben Amorim would have been sacked a long time ago from Man United. It's not how the board work. Football boards don't work on somebody on YouTube says, I don't like the manager. They go, oh, we must sack him then. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. Chris said, yeah, Frank will be sacked, as will the next manager after Tim Wycott. I think we're in a cycle. We're in a cycle, and we're going to continue in it if we just give managers 4 months. As I said, let the manager see out the year, back him in January, and if things haven't started improving by the summer, make your change. Doing it now, not really sure what it solves. Doing it now, I'm not sure what it solves in any way, shape, or form. Look, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be really interested to see here, by the way. I'm very interested to see what Adam Wharton does. Good player. Lots of people talk about could Spurs get him. I think they're going to want close to 100 for him. I can't see that Spurs are going to put that money down. And I think that there's going to be other people. I think there's going to be... sorry, a few people messaging me. Just some nice things, which is nice. Sorry. Yeah, I think there's going to be bigger clubs that want him. I think this is going to be... I don't even know if we want him, right? I don't even know if we want him, but I think there's going to be bigger clubs that want an Adam Wharton. I think it's going to be a Semenyo Eze type scenario. And this is why when I don't watch as many shows as I used to, but when I watch shows and people say, just buy this guy, just buy this guy, just buy this guy, I always think, why would that guy join Spurs? Are we attractive to those players? Thank you, James. Hope you and your family as well had a lovely Christmas. We did, yeah. It was very nice. Thank you. It was very nice. Very chilled. So it was chilled. Christmas Day was busy. I cooked for about 15 people, and I don't think I sat down from the moment I finished streaming at about midday, 1 o'clock, whatever it was, right the way through to about 11 p.m. at night. So it was Yeah, we'll see. If we lose today, you probably best not do a stream. I haven't got any streams later. I'm streaming now, mate. I'm not just streaming all day. But it is what it is. Let's have a look at some super chats. Big up to Matty Coys. Long time no see. I hope you are well, my man. Not spoken to you for a few months, so I hope you're well. Thank you very much for your generosity. I appreciate you, my man. Big up to Emma as well, who's very generous. Thank you, Emma. Said, afternoon, Savva. Hope you are well. I am very well. Hope you are as well. So thanks for that. Big up to George, the old Super Cup legend. Said, going to miss the watch along, Savva. Have a good show. Maybe even a positive result. Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, the way a lot of these fans are talking, you would think they actually want Spurs to lose. Well, reports that Harry Redknapp has approached West Ham's board to indicate his availability. Can't believe that for a second. Oh my gosh. It's all funny in the world of football, isn't it? But look, again, you look at West Ham. Nuno has gone in and picked up an absolute mess and already going, well, if he doesn't win the next few, he's going to get sacked. So managers are now just being blamed for the mess they've picked up. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Big up to you, George. Let's hope for that positive result. Big up to Rain. Said, happy Christmas, Sav. Hoping for a good performance today. Me too, man. Me too. Let's get the win. First and foremost, let's get that win. A draw's not the worst result. I mean, it is because we need wins, but away at Palace, let's have a little look at Palace, shall we? Oh, no. Let's have a look at Crystal Palace. And I want to see what their home form is. No, let's go to the Premier League table. Home form. Well, their home form isn't actually that great, to be honest with you. They've played 8 at home and picked up 10 points. So what's that? Averaging 1.2 a game, something like that. Ridiculous. Big up to you, Rain. Much love, dude. Thank you very much. Rob Brown as a Savva. Unfortunately, you'll never win. Some people just don't understand football. Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year. Rob, I think what some people don't understand is that there is also more life than Tottenham Hotspur. Like, my opinion, oh my God, you didn't like Ange. Do us a favor, quit. You're a hypocrite. Like, oh my God. Like, these people have never met me. Isn't it funny? Like, when we go out the other day and hand out like £300-400 worth of sandwiches and crisps and drinks to the homeless, I don't ever see those people like that guy going, yeah, that was really nice. Thanks. That was nice. You're a good person. But they feel very protective over a manager they don't know to turn around and go, you're a hypocrite. Fuck off. It's mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. But big up to you, Rob. Thank you so much, my man. Really appreciate you. Big up to Super Early Birds with a super sticker. Love a super sticker train. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. Big up to a user says, Savva, ignore and probably something in the mince pies. I don't know why. It's just particularly bad today. Nothing's happened yet. The game has not started. And from the moment I've gone live, it's just mental. And this is why other YouTubers have quit, by the way. There are other YouTubers, examples of people that have quit because it was just like, everyone's just so rude. Like, that was a grown man. That was a grown man who just come in, calling you this, calling you that. It's like, I don't know you. Like, where's... I don't go into other people's chat room and just start calling them names. It's weird. Big up to you, a user. Big up to Andy Lester. I said, I have noticed for a few months your disenchantment with YouTube. To have to do what is best for you, Savva. You will be missed by your members and me. Mate, listen, I'm just there with it at the moment. Like, the fun's gone. The fun's gone. These people are just so... They don't want to come in and chat football. They just want to be rude. And it's over and over and over again. And then they go, oh, grow a spine. What, so hundreds and thousands of people could just call me whatever they want and I've got to grow a spine? It's ridiculous. Big up to you, Andy. Much love. Super Early Birds. Savva, the idiots are here. Probably never been to a game, play fantasy football and wear an Arsenal shirt. Yeah, I can always tell by, as I said, I can tell by people that have been, I can tell people that have been in and around football and people that don't. They just go to the pub and drink and think it's a game. I see it all the time. Just put the money down, get this player. It's like, yeah, cool. You don't know a thing about football, but like it is what it is. You know, people just say some crazy stuff. Big up to Ronnie. Said, as a United fan, people are toxic for the sake of it. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. Wait until if Spurs go 1-0 down. Watch how toxic it gets them, Ronnie. If Spurs go 1-0 down, it'll be my fault, by the way, somehow. Big up to you. Big up to Tony, that's all I've asked. That's all I've asked. And these people call me a hypocrite. Sack Frank, and then what? And then what? That's the point. And then what? What's the next guy do? The next guy's going to come in. We're going to struggle, and then we're all going to go, someone needs time. Someone need, this guy's had one transfer window. One. Big up to you. Really appreciate that, Tony. Thank you very much. And George has gifted someone a membership. I'm sure that person has said thank you. So thank you, George. I really appreciate you doing that, my man. That's very generous indeed. We are 6 minutes away from kickoff. By the way, only 194 likes, 700 people in here. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Don't get it. Just before we move on, the one thing I find really funny is when the people that are rude to me repeatedly, when they are blocked or put in a timeout, they then come back and go, can't believe I was blocked for having a different opinion. You think, is that why you believe you were blocked? Hey, we'll see. Because I think he's erratic and a liability, like he was against Liverpool, like he was in many games over the last 4 years. For me, I never know what I'm going to get from Christian Romero. So, look, in a game like today, I'm happy for Danso to play. But look, it is what it is. Let's see what we can do. But we're due a win. We need a win. Frank needs a win. We need a win. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, won't we? Crystal Palace. Oh, here you go. Sorry. Spurs have lost 8 of the last 15 games in all competitions. 38% of Crystal Palace's points this season have come at home. Okay, 38%. So they've been better on the road. Interesting. So the players are coming out onto the pitch. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's so mad, though. Like, I saw Sean say it this morning. It's hilarious that if as a YouTuber you have an opinion, people believe that in some way influences what the club do. It's an opinion. Like it's an opinion. If I don't rate Ange, it's an opinion. That doesn't mean they sacked him because of me. Like, how can a grown-up truly believe that in their heart of hearts? How can any grown-up truly believe you hounded him out? Hound him out. What does that mean? Don't these people understand how football clubs work? Anyway, here's the Crystal Palace team. Obviously, we know, managed by Glasner. Dean Henderson is in goal. Lerma, Lacroix, and Mark Guehi as a back three, as they often play. The midfield 4 of Nathaniel Klein, Will Hughes, Adam Wharton, and Tyreek Mitchell. And that means the 3, Jeremy Pino, Justin Devenny behind Mateta. So Mateta, an interesting one. Lots of people like him. And the Tottenham team, obviously managed by Thomas Frank. Vicario in goal. It's going to be a back 4 of Porro, Danso, Mickey van der Ven, and Jed Spence. Bentancur and Gray in the central midfield area. With Kudus on the right, Bergvall in the middle, Mawani off the left, and that means that Richarlison is up top. On the bench, Kinski, Dragoshin, Paulinho, Tell, Johnson, Takai, Odegaard, Davies, and Scarlett. Very weak, isn't it? Very, very weak. So let's see. Let's see what we've got today. There you go. So Jean-Philippe Mateta has 1 goal from his last 15 shots. That's an interesting one, isn't it? 1 goal from his last 15 shots. Dave, you don't have to appreciate. No, we had a good time. We did some good stuff. It's just funny that I've noticed the same people don't have the same energy for the nice stuff. They just love the bad stuff. It's interesting. So let's see what are Spurs going to serve up today. You just never know with Spurs. Very erratic. We have been for years, haven't we? We just never know what Spurs we're going to get. Palace are going to get us off and underway. I think that's Jeremy Pino. Let's see, a good chance again for Bergval, for Gray. Need to see more from Kudus. Need to see some goals from Awani at some point as well. So some people that have got a point to make. And we're off and underway. Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, Alex, have a day off. I didn't say I didn't rate him. I just said a lot of people seem to rate him. Jesus Christ. Have a day off, mate. Not every time I talk about a player, it means I want him or I don't want him. It's anything. Dude, I've seen all your comments. Just relax or you're going to get blocked. Just relax. Mate, I can always make money elsewhere. Anyway, here's Danso. Plays the ball into the channel. It's gone over Bergval's head, headed away by Mark Guehi, the Palace captain. Again, I've no idea who this is. Like, there you go with Alex fella. I've no idea. Oh, Jesus Christ. So nothing's happened so far here. Here's Mark Guehi. Plays the ball forward into Mateta. He flicks on only as far as Van der Ven. He plays it back into Vicario, who now plays the ball out wide to Jed Spence. Jed Spence to Van der Ven, and this time he clears it long into Kudus, who spins Mitchell, but Mitchell's going to see that out. I think he's done well there. Kudus put the pressure on and has won the throw. I don't know what happened there. Spurs took the throw in quickly, but apparently needs to be retaken. Here's Bergval. Plays the ball into Porro. Porro sweeps the ball wide towards Jed Spence. It wasn't a great ball, to be honest. And then, someone has absolutely rifled the ball. I think that might have been Bentancur. It was just out of shot. Rifled the ball at Mwani. And here's Jed Spence. Gives the ball to Bergval. Bergval goes down the line to Jed Spence. Not a good ball by Bergval. And yeah, he asked a lot of Spence there. Really poor ball from Bergval. And Spurs give away possession. So nothing's really happened here. A lot of the ball in the midfield area. Yeah, nothing's happened at all so far for either team. It's a throw into Palace down on the left-hand side. Tyreek Mitchell goes back into Guehi. And then he Puts a high ball, cleared by Danso. Bergvall goes up with Hughes. Does he know Richarlison's going to win it? Is it? It's all very scrappy from both teams in there. Very tight. Very scrappy right now. And neither team have really got the ball down and started playing. Now, here's Mateta on the halfway line. Plays a ball through to, is that Devaney, who's... So Devaney's gone over. I thought, was it Devaney or Wharton? I thought he was tripped. I thought he tripped himself. I'd like to see this again. I might be wrong here. Let's see this again. So Mateta with a wonderful ball through to Devaney. Yeah, I think Danso's just clipped him, hasn't he? Let's have a look. No, he's tripped himself. He's tripped himself. Look at this again. He's tripped himself, hasn't he? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, it's going to be a Crystal Palace free kick. I'm not sure. Either way, free kick given away and a yellow card to Kevin Danso, his 4th of the season. And it's going to be a free kick to Palace in a dangerous area. It's just right, just to the right of the centre of goal. Dude, listen, one more. You're going to go. One more. I've seen all your comments. One more, mate. Just give it a rest, eh? Please. Just please give it a rest. It's just getting a little bit boring now, mate. Free kick. It's a poor free kick that's gone straight into the wall. I don't know what they were trying to do there, but Spurs have done well. And now Kudus wins it on the break. Now he's got no one up with him at the moment. Richarlison sprinting to get there. He's done really well, Kudus. Plays a really good ball into Gray. What have you got, Gray? Dinks the ball. Oh, it's too much by Gray. Spurs with a really good chance to break there, but the ball by Gray just overcooked a little bit. And now Spurs trying to get in again, and Palace have dealt with it. Yeah, a really good chance there. Really good work by Kudus. And now Palace are coming down the other end. And it's cleared by Mickey van der Ven. But really good break by Kudus, who won the ball on the edge of the box, drifted most of the pitch with the ball, then lays in Gray. And Gray's dink to the back post just... don't know, just not accurate enough. But good play in the first instance by Kudus. I don't know about that. I need to see. I'm like O'Neill. What I need to see is I need to see something from him. I keep hearing that he's really good, but I don't know what he's good at. And I'm not being rude. I just don't know what he's actually good at. He doesn't get the ball down and play. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, here's Pedro Porro. And the ball goes out for a throw into Tottenham Hotspur. So, opportunity there to really get off to a good start. And wasted with a poor ball over. But a good counter-attack from Tottenham. And then, obviously, the counter-attack beforehand from Crystal Palace. It's all very scrappy from both teams. Mickey van der Ven, good defending there. Here's Porro. Sorry, not Porro, Bentancur. It's a free kick. It's a free kick. Yeah, but Alex, he's got a point. At some point, we've got to see something that makes you go, yeah, really good player. At the moment, when I watch him this season, he just looks lost. He just looks lost on the ball. I want him to do something. Show us. Do something where you go, yeah, that's why people talk about you. I just need to see him. Maybe he'll do something. Maybe he will. But by the way, not just him. Same with Gray. To be fair, the same with Moani, if I'm brutally honest. Here's Spence, gives it to Moani. Tried the flick, didn't work. Giving it away. Too many silly flicks. And now here's Wharton. Wharton with a lovely left-footed pass out wide, but brilliant by Kudus. Really good again. Kudus has started well here, tracked back, worked hard, and now the ball given away by Bergvall again. He has got to stop giving that football away. He has got to stop giving it away. It is, you're not allowed to say it though, Mark, but yeah, he has got to stop giving it away. Here's Bentancur into Gray. Gray gives the ball 5 yards to Porro. Now Mickey van der Ven. Ball switch. That's a superb pass to Kudus. That's a lovely touch by Kudus. That's a good pass by Kudus into Bergvall. What have you got? Bergvall now and has just fallen over. Yeah, I'm not allowed to say it. People like Alex get upset, but I keep watching games with Bergvall and I'm waiting. I'm just waiting to say, what is he? What does he do? So far, every time he's got it, he just gives it away. And it's not the first game. It feels like this is every game. I've said, I think the boy needs a loan. Not just him, Gray, but hey, it's early doors. He's got a chance to do something here. Oh, Richie put pressure on Henderson, but Henderson just got the pass in front of him. Spurs want a throw. Well won back by Bergvall. That was better. Put a lot of pressure on his man. Wins the ball back. Now Bentancur gives it to Danso. Palace win the ball back. The ref's not given a free kick. And here's Hughes. And well blocked by Gray. Good positioning there from Archie Gray. Read the danger. Kept his composure. Won the ball and cleared it. But here's Lerma. Back into Wharton. Turns. Still got the ball, Wharton. Gives it to Klein. He crosses. And this time blocked by Bentancur. But Palace have won it back. This time blocked by Bergvall. And offside flag is up against Jean-Philippe Mateta. I mean, you can disagree on Bergvall all you like, but I feel like everyone in the chat is saying the same things. Like, I'm watching him going, what do you do? I'm happy to be told. I just want to know what he does. That's all I'm asking. I just want to know what it is that people are raving about. I just don't see that he does anything. I'm just waiting. I want to be proven wrong, but I don't know. It just seems like he's incapable of doing the simple thing. Here's Richarlison. Brings it down to Moani. Moani couldn't win the ball. Gives it away. Poor again, Moani. And now Palace trying to break through. This time blocked by Danso. The ball's fallen to the feet of Klein. And this. Yeah. People say you're wrong, but I'd love to, I'd love to know what. That's all I'm asking is what. Like, I don't even think. Look, let's let the game play out. Maybe he grows into the game, but so far he started it terribly. Let's see. Maybe he grows into it. So the ball back at the feet of Henderson. Now Lerma back into Lacroix, who's playing in the central defensive position of the three. You're confusing two things. I'm not saying he should be amazing. I'm asking what he does as a footballer. This is the thing. See, what you're doing is you're not actually answering my questions. What does he do as a footballer? That's what I'm asking. Not having a go. I'm just asking, in your opinion, what's his strengths? Great ball by Palace to Klein across, but good defending by Jed Spence. Really good play by Jed Spence. And a throw in to Crystal Palace. I know everyone gets really protective of players, but a lot of the time it's just asking questions. It's okay to say, oh, no, I really like him, but what? Like, what do you like? When people go, great, cool, what do you see? That's all I ask. And when we're saying they're 19, there are plenty of 19-year-olds who play in teams across Europe that, because they're good enough, right? Problem we've got is we don't really have any options. That's the like there's not really. What have we got on the bench? One midfielder, haven't we? Like one midfielder in Paulinho. There's no options. But again, Alex, you haven't answered the question either. You can say he's spot on. I'm not asking him to run the game. I'm asking what he does as a footballer. That's nothing to do with him being 19. I'm asking, what does he do? Isn't it funny that people that stick up for these players so much can't answer? Now, maybe he picks it up in a minute and larrups one in from 20 yards and you go, that's what he does as a player. So far, I don't see anything that makes me go, oh, that's why we bought him. Cross in, Spurs are 1-0 up. Spurs are 1-0 up. Richarlison, out of nothing, Spurs are 1-0 up. Let's see that again, out of nothing. Alex, I'll get to this in a second, but me saying that's not an argument, I don't see what he does. Like, his passing's poor. He fouls people a lot. I don't know what he does. I don't know what he does other than the fact that he's Swedish. That's why you like him. I will change the goal in a minute, guys. Before we do, I just want to make sure that VAR don't rule it out for anything. So here we go. Kudus plays the ball into Bergvall. Is he offside? That's going to be the question. Is Bergvall offside? Because then Kudus got it back to Bergvall, who goes into Porro. He whips it. This goal's going to be disallowed. This goal's going to be disallowed. It's going to be disallowed. One of those two is going to be offside. I think the first one, I think they might both be offside, you know. Yeah, I think Bergvall's standing in an offside position here. Yeah. I think this is going to go off. I think this is going to be off. Yeah, I think he's going to be. I think Bergvall's off there. It was a lovely cross by Porro and a good bit of move. I think both of them, from looking at it, that they're both off. Yeah, offside. Yeah, I think they were both offside there. No, and this is it for me. We got so many people that seem to just love a manager or a player. I'm a Spurs fan. I don't. For me, if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. I don't care what nationality you are. I don't care about all that. Yeah, Bergvall's miles off there. When they show it that way, he's offside. So anyway, positive sign, but unfortunately 0-0, and that's why I don't change the scoreline too soon. So Bentancur lays it wide to Van der Ven. He goes even wider to Spence. Sure, Alex, but notice have you noticed, Alex, you've given me about 5 messages now where you haven't actually been able to say 1, 2, 3 of things that he actually does what he's good at. That's all I've asked. And all I'm getting is a lot of words, but no actual answer to my question. Richie, through on goal, finish that. Oh, Richie. Oh, Richie. That's not where he's at his best. When he's got time to bring it down and think, that's not where he's at his best. It was a good ball. Great ball by Danso, I think. Stayed on side, but he couldn't take it with him. But both team are getting in behind each other here. So Spurs, we've got him behind a couple of times. Again, that's not, I mean, Richie's strength is what we saw for the offside goal. Oh, hang on, he's Mateta at the other end. Oh, and Archie Gray, to be fair, got back in and mopped up his Wharton, though. Back into Mateta. Shoots and drags his shot wide. It's end to end. It's end to end. Oh, gosh. So Mateta, it was weird. It was almost like a really lazy shot by Mateta there. A decent striker just rifles that in the bottom corner. But it's been interesting. I mean, there's been action in both boxes. But 20 minutes gone, 0-0. Spurs line is a little bit higher than normal today. I don't know if that's by design or by default. Here's Mickey van der Ven. Gives it to Danso, out wide to Porro. Porro flicks the ball wide. It goes down to Kudus, but he couldn't take it with him. And now here's Jeremy Pino. He's given it away. Good touch by Kudus. That's a little bit of class, that. Great touch. And now Mawani gives it to Spence. Spence into Gray. Gray's given the ball away in a dangerous area. Really poor by Archie Gray. Really poor by Archie Gray again. And it just, yeah, I'm just really poor touch. Look at this. Just really poor. And Archie Gray, because of the poor touch, then makes the foul, then gets the yellow card, and Palace have a free kick. As I said, one of the weakest teams I've seen for Spurs in years. Oh, dude, stop this. No, he's not. Stop this. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop, please. Jed Spence, good run down the line. Oh, Jed. He done so well, burst into the opposition half. And there was a gap between the two Palace players. If he feeds it in, Mawani is through. And it was the lazy pass. And again, Spence showing what he's good at and then what he's not good at. And unfortunately, we've got too many players that can't pass a football. Too many that can't pass a football. But the gap in behind the Palace back line is there for us. Here's Klein on the right-hand side. Good defending by Spence. See, the two sides of Jed Spence. The two sides of Jed Spence. And now Mawani's giving it away needlessly. Really poor pass. Really poor pass. And then the shot from 30 yards high over the bar. Look, it's difficult for me to say anything because everyone, I don't watch Spurs ever and change my mind on these players. I just don't. I just don't. This is where we desperately miss a James Maddison type, don't we? And yeah, Rob, you're absolutely spot on. Level. There's levels. Levels. Kudus turns, gives it to Gray. Gray out wide to Spence. Spence back into Gray. Here's Porro. Plays a ball down the line. That's an interesting ball, but it's gone out. And he didn't really give Bergvall any chance to keep that in. Look, I think the right idea, wrong execution would be my sentence for that. Yeah, he's a proper ball player, isn't it? A proper ball playing midfielder. We've got to find one. We've got to find our own ball playing midfielder who dictates a game. Really got to. Here's Mickey Van. I don't feel under any pressure from them, by the way. I feel like they've made some good forays into our box, but I feel like it's a really even game. It's a really, really even game for me. Van der Ven into Mawani. And Mawani, God, this ref gives free kicks for fun, doesn't he? And there's a handbags at dawn on the pitch at the moment. I agree with these. Yeah, our scouting's horrific. Yeah. Our scouts went and got Bergvall and Gray. Their scouts went and got Adam Wharton. Like, there's levels to it. I agree. I agree, mate. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree again, Mark. And I agree again. This ref's very, 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 very trigger happy, isn't he, in terms of giving free kicks? So here's Jeremy Pino with the free kick. He didn't go into the box. He's gone short instead. It's ended up to Adam Wharton, who's put in a delightful cross, back post, and the header over the bar. Could have, maybe should have been 1-0 Palace. Really, really delightful pass from Adam Wharton. He really is a good player, isn't he? He just hooked it left-footed, just scooped it to the back post, headed back across by Lacroix into the path of Mateta, and Mateta rose high, but got his header all wrong. Mate, I don't believe we'll get him at all. What's funnier is the number of our fans who said that they wouldn't want him. That's the more funny thing. Someone's just messaged me, said, how shit are Bergvall and Gray? I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. Here's Danso. As I said, this is going to be years and years of buying. Years and years of buying. People say we should be getting more out of these players. Who? Who? See, I would say get Bergvall off at half time. I don't know who you're putting on instead. That's the problem, right? I mean, maybe you can go Odegaard out wide right or Johnson wide right and Kudus in the middle, but I don't really like Kudus being in the middle. But it's, I don't know. I don't know what you could do. There's no options, is there, on the bench centrally? Unless you took Bergvall off and put Paulinho on, but then that'll be 3 defensive-minded midfielders on. There's no options, is there? Yeah, someone else has messaged me and said I'd swap Wharton and Hughes for Bergvall and Gray any day of the week. Yeah, as I said, it's bad when teams like Palace have got better midfields. It's embarrassing. Here's Kudus driving forward. Still going. One too many. And Palace doubled up in there. He should have released that earlier, Kudus. He almost went too quick for his own good there. Someone there said, would I take Andre and Yao Gomez over your current midfield? Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. As I've said in the summer, Spurs need to buy a whole new midfield. We need to buy a whole new midfield this January, this summer, whatever it is. We need new wingers, new fullbacks, new centre forwards, a new guy. I think this is as weak as I've seen us for years. For years and years and years. You're not missing anything. Somebody is down. I think it's Lerma. He's down on the grass. But this is why it's so funny. No one rates any of the players, but everyone thinks the manager should be getting more out of these players. I don't see the quality. I don't know. I don't see the quality. I don't think Mawani's that good. I don't rate Richie. I don't rate Bergvall or Gray. I don't see the quality here. I genuinely, I mean, tell me I'm wrong, guys, but I just don't see the quality at all. Sure, but when people are telling me I'm wrong, what have I missed here? What have I missed so far with Mawani in a Spurs shirt to make me go I'm wrong? This is the problem. We seem to rate everybody, even if they don't do anything. Oh, mate, listen, I agree with you on that one. I don't know what Archie Gray is. I think whoever signed that bloke for 40 million should have lost his job. I think that's awful. I'd like to see who does get a tune out of this slot. I'm looking forward. I'm almost looking forward to seeing which manager magically comes in and gets this lot playing. I'm looking forward to it. Here's Mawani into Bentancur. Now Jed Spence. Across to Danso, who's pushed up the pitch. Here's Bentancur, retrieves the ball. Out wide to Kudus. Kudus takes a touch to Bentancur. Bentancur goes back into Porro, back to Bentancur. Can Spurs find an opening into the box here? Here's Mickey van der Ven. We've ended up having to go all the way back. Glenn, I find it funny that when we've got fans in our fan base. So I saw yesterday all online saying, oh, Goretzka, he's no good. If Frank brings him in, he should be sacked. Goretzka would be the best player on this park. It's absolutely hilarious. I just don't know where the quality is at all. Shot by Mitchell, blocked by, I think it was Bentancur or Danso. Mate, this is why I don't understand why I get so much shit. I said in the summer I didn't think the squad was good. I genuinely thought we were going to have a good summer window. I genuinely thought we were going to do something in the window. Devaney crosses the ball, headed away by Mickey van der Ven. And then again by van der Ven to Jed Spence. Oh, Spencer's given the ball away really poorly. And the shot by Wharton dribbled into the arms of Vicario. Oh, he stands out like a sore thumb, doesn't he? Like I said before the game, I'm really excited to see what Wharton does, because this is what happens when you buy a proper guy who runs the game. Everything is going through Adam Wharton for Palace. Here's Pedro Porro driving forward, lays it off to Kudus. And Kudus is then pushed down. The ref doesn't want to give that as a foul. He's given everything against us. And now Danso, poor ball forward, and it's given away again. Honestly, anyone saying they wouldn't want Goretzka, got to give you a header wobble. Not that I think we'll get him, but he's got to give you a header wobble. Honestly, who is watching these players and rating them? I have no idea. That's what I said. We always go, oh, we're better than Fulham. We're better than Palace. I'm looking at these players and going, I don't know who we are, you know. Here's Kudus with a cross. Is blocked. And it's a throw in to Spurs. I think Richie might have been offside. Oh, mate. Levels. Absolute levels. Absolute levels. I just want to know who's the guy that's going to come in and make these lot suddenly play football. I just don't know. There's Porro. Porro's had a shot from about 30 yards with his left foot and he's gone out. I think it probably went out of the stadium. Absolutely not. Yeah, he is. He is class, Paul. He's a class player. Class player. Well won by Gray. And then look at Gray's pass there. Oh, gosh. I'm telling you, this just reminds me of an early 90s Spurs, but without the superstars that we had in there, like a Sheringham or a Klinsmann. That's what this is. It's gone back to having no real quality anywhere. This Palace coming forward again. Really good defending by Spence. Spence does that bit so well. And it's the defending bit, Spence is great with. It's the easy bit when he has to pass it 5 yards where he can't do it. I know, mate. I know. But it's copium, isn't it? It's copium of thinking the players are better than they are. Oh, mate. No, he didn't. Did you see that? No, he didn't. No, stop it. Stop it. Sure. If we're going to say the manager's clueless, can we say both are clueless then, the manager and the players? I said nothing's going to change at this football club until we start identifying and buying players properly. Oh my God, Porro has lost out to Mitchell, who crosses the ball and it's headed away by Bentancur. Great tracking back by Bentancur there. And if he hadn't have done that, Palace are in. And here is Bentancur again with a good pass into Bergvall. What you got? Bergvall, pass it through. I'm not allowed to say it. I'm not allowed to say it. But what was that, Bergval? He can't pass. Bergval can't pass a football to save his life. There's the ball across to Will Hughes. He shoots and it's wide. Oh my God. Bentancur gets the ball, opens up the pitch, gives it to Bergval. You're thinking you've got time, find the pass. Just a lazy attempt. But that will be Thomas Frank's fault that he couldn't pass the ball 10 yards. Oh, gosh. Why are we Spurs fans? Hello, Stanley. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh, just don't. And do you know what? I think this is it, Ian. People don't want to listen. Here's Mawani. What you got? Show us something, Mawani. Oh, shoots. He wants a handball. Him and somebody else are adamant that Mark Guehi used his hand. I didn't see it, but it looks like it's going to be a corner. Good header on by Richie. Then a good header by Bergval. Mawani took the ball with him from behind, but no, not a handball. Do you know the thing is with it? When Mawani gets into those positions, I never feel like he's going to score. Never feel like he's going to score. I mean that's nonsense. You don't think a Premier League club will be passing on the training pitch? Come on. I know. I know. That's why I'm interested to see. People are going, get Xavi in. You imagine Xavi trying to play with ease. Header at the back post. Richie flicks it on and we've scored. Archie Gray has scored. And now everyone's going to lose their mind. Archie Gray from 1 yard out. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Palace 0. The corner came over. Headed back across goal and it fell in the 6-yard box. And there was Archie Gray. I'm not going to change it yet unless VAR tell me it's a goal. Let's have a look here. So the corner comes in by Porro, headed down. Richie heads it on and Gray 1 yard out. Bang. Can't miss. Right place, right time. Well done, Archie. Put Spurs in front. It's not been a classic at all, but we couldn't miss. And Spurs are 1-0 up. It's not been a game for the classic. It's not been a game for the ages, but Tottenham have taken the lead. Palace will be furious and Spurs are in the lead. Can we hold on? We hold on. Fair play. Big smile on the face of Archie Gray. He's not had a good game, but if he scores the winner, no one will care. 42 minutes gone. You know what? Nothing silly until half time. Regroup. Nothing silly until half time. We say it all the time. Nothing silly. Yeah, Mawani with the header at the back post to keep it alive was very important. Do you know that? Do you know the thing is with Mawani? He does some nice things, but he never looks like scoring, does he? Like he does some nice flicks and tricks and gets in good positions, but he like James Flowers says, no goal Colo. He never actually looks like he's going to score a goal. Great defensive work from Bergval. Pass it. He's managed to get the pass out much better from Bergval. Here's Kudus. Spurs have got a 3-on-4. Kudus down the line to Bergval. Bergval back in. Oh, Bergval's an awful pass. Oh, Bergval did the hard work at the beginning. And then when you just need that bit of composure to lay somebody in, he just gives it away again. Oh, my gosh. Oh, just composure. Just a little bit of composure. Get to half-time 1-0 up. I'll tell you what, right? He did brilliant in his own box, passed it out, and when he gets at the other end, he undone all the good work with a poor pass. And that could have seen Spurs 2-0 up. So 1-0 to Tottenham. We're coming up to 45 minutes. I can't imagine there's going to be too much time. Let's have a look. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Any silly comments, you will be blocked. Just so you know, I can't be bothered with stupid children. Just stop. It is pathetic. Right, get into half time without conceding. Please, Spurs. Regroup. Get in at half time. There's Guehi. Deep to the back post towards Wharton. Sorry, towards Klein. It fell to Wharton, whose shot was blocked. And then Lerma crosses, but Richie back there working hard. Gives it to Mawani. Now Jed Spence does well. Then loses it. Jed Spence has got to be the most infuriating footballer ever. He does so much right. All the defensive side, he does really well. And then he just gives it away. Wins it, gives it away. If he could, you know. Do you know what it is? It almost feels like he's very lackadaisical on the ball. He's lackadaisical on the ball, isn't he? Like, he always feels like he's got more time in dangerous areas than he actually has. Great header by Richie. Onto Mawani. But can he get there? No. The ball was hooked clear eventually by Lerma. Now Wharton knocks it on. Here's Adam Wharton. Had a very good game so far. Really good ball by Wharton, actually, to Devaney. And then Mickey van der Ven and Spence between them clear it. But again, Spence wins the ball, gives it away. Wins the ball, gives it away. Stop giving the ball away. Good clearance by Danso. Now here's Bergvall, does well. Good ball by Bergvall. Really good play. And then Will Hughes has got to get booked. That was a blatant trip on Pedro Porro. And Will Hughes is... no, that's not... Somebody... No one's been blocked. Who's been blocked? Who's been blocked? Bergvall's shown a lot more nicer touch. He's shown some really nice touches in his half. For me, it's the other end, the composure, when it's that final ball, the ball that matters. Then don't watch. It's that simple. So Spurs get to half-time. Here's Mateta. Good defending by Danso, who applauds his own tackle there. Where's that Stanley gone? So Wharton flicks the ball on. It's got in towards Mateta, but Danso clears it. It's gone all the way through to Richie, who kind of controlled the ball, but not really. Here's Bergvall. And he's given the ball away again. Here's Mateta. Spurs, nothing silly. Just get to half time. And it is half time. Tottenham are 1-0 up. An end-to-end scrappy affair, you would say. Let me just change the timer. An end-to-end scrappy affair, but Tottenham are 1-0 up. And what is needed today, more than anything, is a win. We've got to win by hook or by crook. We need to win. A win will see us up into 11th place and 3 points off of European places in 7th. So it's a very important 45 minutes of football coming up for Tottenham. Look, I think there's been some nice bits, been some bad bits. There's been some good work, some bad work in there. But again, I think we're seeing the overall quality. It's just not there. I mean, Adam Wharton for me stands out as the player on the pitch, as the best player on the pitch by a country mile. I'm again, and I will say this: whether we're winning games, losing games, drawing games, it's painful to see just how much work is needed at this football club. It is there. I think we all agree with that, don't we? I think surely we all agree. Doesn't matter which managers or players you like. We all agree that there is a lot of work to do. We need to buy a lot of quality. From this 11 playing today, the only 2 that I would keep. Here you go. There you go. The only 2 that I would keep if push came to shove would be Kudus and Van der Ven. There you go. You can all come at me at once. You can all come at me at once. But if any of the other 9 weren't here tomorrow and I woke up, I would not care in any way, shape, or form. But the important thing is that we are winning the game. The important thing is that we're winning the game. 1-0. Listen, it's never enough to rest your laurels on. But let's see what we got second half. You would fully expect that Palace will come out, more of the same. They'll have a lot of the ball. They'll get shots in from outside the box. But as I've said, it's difficult, right? I don't change my mind whether we win, lose, or draw. It's a really poor set of players that Spurs have put together. And unfortunately, you know, no Maddison, no Kulu, no Solanke, no Xavi Simons. You've lost all your quality. So when people are saying the passing's bad, I don't expect the passing to be good. You've not got passers of the ball in this team. Need to see more. Mawani, need to see much, much more. Another game where I'm not really sure that he ever looks like he's going to score a goal. I really hope he does. I feel like if ever a striker or a winger, whatever, if ever a player needs a goal, it is Kolo Muani, isn't it? But sure, you've picked out the one. I mean, in general, like going forward, we've not got Simons, Kulu, Maddison, Solanke. It's a lot missing. It's a lot missing, and it's showing big time. It is showing big time. And unfortunately, there's no options to change it. There isn't. If we look at the bench, guys and girls, I mean, other than Paulinho, who's a defensive midfielder, we don't have another midfielder on the bench. We don't have another midfielder, be it defensive number 8 or a number 10, anywhere in the squad. So there's not really a lot we can do to change that midfield area other than Paulinho coming on to shore it up, which is what I would do, by the way. So, look, I'll say what I always say. This is going to be years and years and years. And as I said, we can all lose our minds from game to game. This is whether we win this game, lose this game, or draw this game. It doesn't change anything for me. We're going to have to do a lot. We're going to have to do so much. people always say, oh, we need 5 or 6 in. I think over the next 4 or 5 windows, we need 20 in. I think we need 20 in and 20 out. I think we are um, I think we are painfully lacking in quality. And as I said, when people say to me, oh, it's Palace, it's Fulham, it's Brighton, I don't think we've got better players than these clubs anymore. And that's the problem. Too many think we have, and we haven't. So, hey, it is what it is. Couple of players needed. And what are we, 3 days away from the transfer window opening? 3 days, 4 days away. Was it Thursday it opens, right? So 4 days away from the transfer window opening, and we're gonna need to see some better players than we've got. Let's have a look. Mark said, Savva, no agenda, just genuine question. Where is Par for this current squad? In my opinion, its current state, I'd say 8th to 12th. I don't disagree with you. Again, my answer changes if Kulu and Maddison are fully fit. I think those two, more Maddison, but those two, for me, they can pass a football. They can hold on to a football. And whilst I don't actually think that Kulu's the greatest player I've ever seen, his quality compared to some of these is much better, and Maddison's levels above any of these that are playing today. And that's the thing. This squad right now, I mean, you put Simmons back in and you put Romero back in, and yeah, I think we're going to be somewhere between 8th and 12th. Yes. You chuck the others in now, I think you start to look towards 6th, 7th, but unfortunately we haven't got those players. Unfortunately, we've not got those players. So it is what it is. This is why, guys, I've not lost my mind. Like every time we lose a game and every time we concede a goal, like, it's like Marios isn't in the chat, right? Because we've taken the lead. The moment we concede, it will be Frank out. The reason why I'm not there yet is because I look at this and go, this is so weak. This is so weak as a squad of players. It's mad. But listen, we'll see. We'll see, right? Again, I would really like to see Kudus playing with Maddison, with Kulu. I'd like to see him playing with the better players that he trusts for those 1-2s. And let's do some super chats. Hopefully, I think most of you who watch me understand what I'm saying. It's not that I think Frank's the greatest manager that's ever lived, and far from it. But I do think that I do think that most sensible football fans will look at this squad now and go, it's just going like that year on year. It's just going that way. Everyone raved about Mawani. I'm not sold at all. Genuinely not. I think, Javi Simmons looks like he needs time. But as I said, whether it's Frank, whether it's a new guy, this squad over the next 3-4 years needs massive overhaul. Massive overhaul. It doesn't matter if we win today, if we beat Brentford. This squad needs a massive overhaul. And let me ask, and we'll see if anyone's sensible. Does anyone in the chat think that we don't need a massive overhaul? I'm talking 15. Does anyone truly believe we don't need an overhaul? I don't remember seeing it this bad. Trying to think back. Even when we had some average squads, you had like a Keane and Defoe up front that took away that averageness because they scored goals. Back in the 90s, you had Teddy Sheringham and Darren Anderson, Barmby, and even in the last 6 years or so, you've had Kane and Son that can cover over. Now I just look at it and go, this is a workman-like team that doesn't have that quality. I'm just not sure. Like Christian Eriksen said, the Spurs fans want to see flair. The first thing I thought when I saw his comment was buy players that have flair then. Like you've got to have the players to play that way. So an overhaul for what? What do you mean, an overhaul? Do I need to explain what that means? an overhaul to get this squad back to being able to compete in the top four. Needs an overhaul. Massively, massively needs an overhaul. It's, you know, hey, we'll see. Yeah, that's my point, Lappers. That's my point. At the moment, we don't. What's going on with the director of football? What's going on with the manager? What's going on with the players? Like the whole thing seems like it's just awful. And this is the first time in 11, 12 years that we don't have Stardust anywhere. We don't have Stardust. We don't have Kane. We don't have Son. We don't have one of them. We've got neither of these types of players now. Bawani's nowhere near them. Neither is Richie. Neither is Kudus. None of these players have that Stardust. Doesn't have that Stardust. And that, for me, is why we're falling dangerously to just being an average mid-table football team. That, for me, is why the windows are going to be so important. All the talk is of the manager. The most important thing at this football club right now is what footballers are we bringing into this club? Because whoever manages them, we need some Stardust. We need some proper pros. We've got to. But again, see, when you've got people that say this, they just don't quite get it. They just don't quite get it, do they? We've got to start buying better. We, as a Premier League club, we should never have a game where Bergvall and Gray are both in an 11, right? We should never have a game where we've got one DM on the bench because we've got no other midfielders. We've really, really got to. And agreed, Jody. Agreed. Our recruitment team is an absolute disaster for years and years. Years and years and years. Years and years and years. So, look, yeah, and look, mapping, don't come in and start trolling, mate. Yes, he scored a goal, but come on, bigger picture. Bigger picture. We should be seeing quality players out on that pitch. You've no superstars in there. No stars. No stars at all. But look, hey, there's, as I said, we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see over the next few windows. Again, let me caveat. We're going to see what the board are going to do. Now, the difficult thing here is going to be who wants to join us? Who can we attract? That's the bigger thing for me. Who can Spurs attract? I don't know. I'll leave that to you guys to discuss. And I think he's been terrible other than the goal. He can't. I think he's been terrible, but each to their own. Yes, he's head and shoulders better than anything we've got in midfield at this football club. Yeah. Hey, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Look, let's just, today, the most important thing, we've got to find a way by hook or crook to come away from here with points. One as a minimum, ideally 3. This again is not true, Kevin McPherson. Again, I hear this all the time. We could pay the wages to Eze. He went to Arsenal. We could pay the wages to Semenyo. He went to City. It's not always that simple. So we've got to go out there. We've got to be smart and get the players. We've got to be smart and get. Listen, I think there's a shelf to how good we can sign, but I think we've got to get some technical players. Someone, I'll tell you, this boy's a good footballer, isn't he? Akliouche, good technical players. World Cup year, there's going to be a lot of players, mate, who want to move because they're not playing and the World Cup's coming up. This is their job. This is their job all year round. And we're about to get the second half underway. I'll do the super chats at the end of the game. It's going to be Bergvall to get Spurs underway. A nice early second goal would really calm the nerves, wouldn't it? Down in South London, not too well, I say not too far from me, far enough. Points from losing positions this season. Crystal Palace have only had 1 point gain from a losing position as Spurs get the second half off and underway. Yeah, it's just not how it works, by the way. It's just not how it works. Agreed. We've got to get some. We need technical players. We need people that don't struggle to pass a football. Here's Jed Spence. Good run. Still good run. And he's taken down, and that's going to be a yellow card. This ref loves a yellow card. And he has put Lacroix straight in to the book. Jed Spence, he's such an enigma, isn't he? Jed Spence. Sometimes he does brilliant things, and other times he just looks so lackadaisical. Yeah, it does. Loads of people talk about our wages. We've got Simmons and Romero on 200 grand a week. Mwani's on about um Mwani's on about 175. Um Paulinho's on 165. Like I feel like people talk as though we only pay 50 grand a week. Anyway, back to the game. Pedro Porro. Oh, my wife's messaging me. Pedro Porro whips in a free kick, far too close to the goalkeeper and easy for Henderson to deal with. See, again, when people talk about Keenan Yildiz, great player. Will he want to join a Tottenham? I'm not sure. Here's Mateta at the other end. I'm not sure. It's not that we can't afford him. Would he want to come? Gray slices a poor ball out again. And then Bentancur has to mop up in midfield. Now Guehi brings the ball down, gives it to Devaney, who tries a through ball, blocked. And Mickey van der Ven can bring it out. But Palace win it back. So here's Mitchell on the left-hand side. Plays the ball down the line. Bentancur, though, was in the right place at the right time. Gives it to Porro. See, I think the thing with Bentancur, Porro's given the ball away dreadfully. Palace now getting the ball into the box, shot, and it's deflected over for a corner. Again, Bentancur did the hard work, won the ball, gives it to Porro, and then Porro just gives it away so cheaply. So cheaply. See, this is what I say. This isn't about just people say about Gray and Bergvall. I don't really rate many of them. Corner kick, whipped in, headed away by Gray, who was in the right place at the right time. Headed back down by Palace into the box. Mickey van der Ven clears. Can Richie clear it? He does. An acrobatic overhead kick. And Palace can recycle the ball. And then put your foot on the ball. Porro, put your foot on the ball. He's just smashed it down the field. The ball now bounces towards the box. Bentancur wins it. Then Van der Ven clears it. I tell you what, Bentancur takes so much stick, but do you know how much work he gets through? Here's Adam Wharton. Jed Spence does well, gives it to Gray. Gray gives the ball away again, but luckily a foul was given. Again, simple passes. So many of our players are not capable of simple passes. Scott, bang on. Scott, bang on. Gray is a very good defender. That's why he's going to get a big move. Probably Liverpool, right? Here's Danso. Out wide to Porro. Porro's giving, oh my gosh. Oh my God. Porro's having one of those moments where every pass is just given away. Just every time he gets it, you think, put your foot on it, slow it down, pass it simply. Nope. Has to keep trying these sensational passes and giving it away. Here's Kudus back into Porro. Now he goes safe, back into Danso. Back into Vicario, who can switch the play. Well switched out there to the left to Spence. Spence down the line. Good play by Mawani. Evades the tackle. What have you got? Mawani running at the back four, lays it off to Spence. Spence across goal, blocked by Lacroix, and a corner kick to Spurs. That was better by Spurs. Well, this is the thing. We've got no fullbacks on the bench. All right, we've got no midfielders on the bench other than Paulinho. No out-and-out strikers on the bench. It's a mess. It's a mess. But hey, can we get that second goal? Can we get the second goal to give a little bit of breathing room? Get the feeling that one's not going to be enough. Maybe it will. Just get the feeling it's not. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Scott, that Ben Davies is on the bench. Corner kick. Porro whips it in low. It was dangerous, but it sort of bobbled off everybody and then goes back to the halfway line. Jed Spence plays it back to Vicario. Kudus flicks it on, but that's going to be easily claimed by Mark Guehi. Yeah, he looks like he's limping, doesn't he? So Radu Dragosin to come on. It might have to be Ben Davies, wouldn't it? There's a cross into the box, cleared by Bentancur again. Telling you, Bentancur does a lot of work. And then between Mawani and Gray, they've given it away. Cross comes in. Porro flicks it away, but only as far as Mitchell, who fires it across. And Bentancur is in the right place at the right time again. Telling you, everyone has a go at Bentancur. But look how many times he puts out fires. Look how many times he puts out fires. Yeah. It was Finley. I don't think he's had another game where I just don't think he's played well. So we'll see whether or not Spence needs to come off here and whether or not it will be. I mean, would you move Van der Ven from centre half? I don't think I would. I want him in there up against Mateta. And Bentancur wins the header again. I'll tell you what, he's not playing badly, Bentancur. And now he's chasing the other end, pressing the goalkeeper. Now he's pressing the defender. Fair play to him. But again, like, look at that Marios earlier. Comes in, said Bentancur again. Bentancur's been the best of our midfielders. Again, like, you know what I mean? I mean, off the bench, you could have Takai, Davis, Dragoshin. I don't know. Maybe Spence can run it off. He definitely doesn't look comfortable. And no, we can't keep the ball. We don't have those players in the team to keep the ball. Good play by Bergvall. Good play by Bergvall there. Strong in the tackle, wins the ball, gave it simply. That's all you got to do, mate. And then Mawani can't bring the ball down. At the moment, Spence looks like he's trying to run it off, which would be easier for all concerned. Yeah, mate, I don't expect it to not be awful with the players we've got available to us. I agree, richest man. Oh, it should have been 1-1. Should have been 1-1. Should have been 1-1. The ball was headed back across goal, and Devaney, I'll tell you what, I'd be so annoyed if a Spurs player had missed that. Pinot with the outside of the boot, headed back down by Klein. Devaney turned, swang with his left foot over the bar. I mean, he's not a good defender. I don't know how many years we have to. He's not a good defender. Awani wants a free kick, not going to get it. Now here's Wharton. You would expect Palace to have the lion's share of possession, wouldn't you? Here is Tyreek Mitchell. He goes back into Guehi. You can see Palace are a very well drilled team. They're a very well drilled team. But here's Pinot. Tricky little player, isn't he, Pinot? Lays it off to Mitchell. Not the greatest ball. I think he's kept it on. Guess who's there to mop up again? Rodrigo Bentancur, getting back, helping out, and clearing up. The ref's given I don't know what's happening here. I think Spurs have got a free kick. Tell you what I think I'd do here. I think I'd put on Paulinho for Gray, and I would be tempted to get Taylor Odeber on the left-hand side for Moani. Again, I think he's being anonymous. Yeah, I think Bentancur's had a really good game here tonight so far. Hey, it's Spurs. There's 33 minutes to go. Anything could happen. But so far, I think he's had a good game. Palace are going to bring on Eddie Nketiah, obviously once of Arsenal. Yeah, I think I'd give Tell a run out at some stage. I mean, I'm not really enamoured by any of them. There's no one off the bench other than Paulinho where I go, oh, they must get minutes. He's a ball over the top, headed on, but Mickey Van der Ven mops that up, but it's fallen to the feet of Jeremy Pinot. Pinot plays in Eddie Nketiah and then cleared by Danso off of Eddie Nketiah for a goal kick. I thought that Danso had a shaky opening 10 minutes, and I think he's been good since then. He had a shaky opening. Sorry, you don't think Bentancur's played well today? I think Bentancur has saved us lots of times. Here's Bentancur, Vicario. Now, can Kudus get to the ball before Mitchell? He does. He's being held on to there. I don't know if the ref's going to give that, but Bergval can keep the ball on. And then Vicario with a wild swipe. Just too many average players, I'm afraid. That's why I've got a feeling we're going to finish mid-table. Who knows? Couple of signings in January change everything. Bergval's gone down injured. So Odeber and I think it was Paulinho are getting ready. I think it was Paulinho. I can't be 100% sure. Bergval's down. Spurs are going to have no centre mids for the next game, are we? Yeah, Paulinho's coming on an Odegaard. Yeah, I thought that would be the sensible thing to do. I think Frank's seen enough this first 15 minutes. Just going to try and stamp it out in midfield a little bit. Sensible subs for me. I was guessing, depending on Bergvall, I think it probably would have been Gray, but now it might be Bergvall. We will see. We will see. Nothing. You're not missing anything, by the way, guys. Nothing's happening at the moment. Player down injured. Yeah, he's not looking good for Bergvall here. I'm guessing he'll be the one coming off. Other than Paulinho, I don't care who comes off the bench. I don't rate any of them. There's Paratici sitting next to Vinay. There he is, up there in the stand. Ah, mate, come on. Come on. It doesn't matter how much you rate a player or not. You don't want them to. Come on. Come on. Let's not do that. Mate, who are you passing it forward to? Every time we pass forward, the ball comes bouncing back. It's not rocket science. I genuinely don't understand if people get that. You can go forward as much as you like. If Richarlison can't hold it up, the ball's going to keep coming back. Squad needs an overhaul, my man. So Odegaard on for Mawani and Paulinho on for Bergvall. So maybe that gives Archie Gray a bit more license to go forwards. Let's see what he does there. And now you've got the experience of Paulinho and Bentancur sitting in front of the back four. Ball whipped in to the back post and it's gone over everyone out for a goal kick. I don't know what people are expecting. I don't know what people are expecting. Look at the 11. What are you expecting, Gary? It's madness. It truly is madness. Richie heads the ball on, but one by Lacroix. Always impressed with Lacroix. Always impressed with Lacroix whenever I watch him play. I don't know. I mean, we've wildly overspent. I don't know from who, though. From who? What, from Bergvall? From Gray? From Richie? From Bentancur? Who are these shots and goals coming from? I don't see it. This is an awful team, and fans, the quicker fans wake up, the better. The quicker fans wake up. This is not a good team. Hey, each to their own. Each to their own. Trust me, if Kulu and Madison in this team, it will look very different. So here's Palace down the right-hand side. The ball across the box. It wasn't good. And Archie Gray has sliced it away. It's in those situations I just want Gray to put his foot on it. But who do you rate out of them? Kudus, we know, isn't a natural goal scorer, right? If you don't buy players that have the attributes you need, you're not going to get those attributes. It's not about. This is how I know I now can't speak to somebody about football when they come out with that. That's just. I'm not even going to entertain that sort of. That's the sort of thing someone would say to me in a pub, and I'd walk away because it's such a silly comment. I don't know what people expect from this group of players. I genuinely don't. Genuinely don't know what players they're watching. Yeah, because I just don't understand how people can be so naive. I don't look at any of these players and go, "Cool, I expect loads from you." I don't expect it. As I said, I don't expect anything from Bergvals and Grays and Mwanis and Richarlisons and Bentancurs. And listen, I like Kudus, but again, he's not that guy. Now, from a player like that, you expect the shots and the creativity because he's quality. Here's Eddie Nketiah, cuts inside. Well done by Paulinho, and then really well done by Richie, actually. Don't lose it now. Really good play by Richie to get back and help out there. I'll give him that. He works bloody hard. Terrible player, but he works hard. Again, you've got to buy players that pass the ball. You've got to buy players that pass the ball. Look at Wharton. Stick Wharton in our centre mid. It changes because he'll control the game. But here's Eddie Nketiah. The ball fired across goal and goes out for a throw in. Agreed, but look how we play. Okay, sure, whatever, sure. Sure. As I said, anyone who's expecting loads from this 11, you're sorely mistaken. For me, this is a really, really poor set of players. I said it in the summer. I'm saying it now. Don't expect a lot from these players. I, I've been very consistent with what I've said. Very consistent. Good play by Spence, but the ball goes out for a throw in. Told you, we need an overall. If you want players that pass the ball, buy ball playing midfielders. But again, Alex, you want facts? I'll show you facts because you say you want facts. For the players that should be doing better, right? For the players that should be doing better, don't know how many times I have to show this. That's the last 2 years. So when you're saying the players who should be doing better, that's what they've managed to do for 2 years. Why? Ask yourself why, Alex. Why? This isn't rocket science. This is not rocket science. Again, zero balance. Players aren't good enough. Telling you, it's not going to be good to watch. We've got to get transfer windows. We've got to sign players. Got to sign players. I'd have Jeremy Pino, yeah. I wouldn't want Eddie Nketiah, but listen to the point. I'm not talking about those players. If you want to control a game and you want to pass the ball, your midfield needs to be able to do it. We don't have the midfield to do it. We haven't had for years. This is not rocket science. This is not rocket science. We don't have the players. I think it's going to take a new manager coming in for people to see it. People want Bergvall Gray to play. They're not passers of a football, right? We want the other players we got are Paulinho and Bentancur. They're not passers of a football. You've got no centre forward that can hold the ball up. You've got no attacking midfielder on the pitch that can get on the ball and create. I don't know what people expect. Sure, but you know what we did have? We had Kane and Son. And Kane dropped into that midfield, didn't he? And made everything tick. This is the difference. When you lose that quality, you lose that quality. Yes. Adam Wharton's been the standout player on this pitch. Yes. I don't understand how anyone would think that's funny. Sorry, but based on what? Based on what? For the last few years, it's been this. For the last few years, we've been awful. Why? The last few years, at least we've had Maddison and Kulu who can get on the ball. We don't have footballers who can get on the ball. For me, this is what I said would happen in the summer. It's happening. I'm not surprised. If you don't buy ball playing players, this is what you get. Ball back in by Wharton. Cleared again by Danso. Back in again by Wharton. Cleared by Ritchie. Back in again by Wharton. Vicario comes and claims really well that time. Much better from Vicario. I just can't wait to see what they do in the windows. I really can't. Poor touch by Kudus this time. Great tackle. Superb tackle, Paulinho. That is brilliant. Here's Danso. Lays it into Porro. Superb. Now, down the line to Archie Gray. What have Tottenham got here? Archie Gray, one-on-one with a left back. Take him on. Take him on. Take him on. He's cutting on his left foot. He's laid it off to Spence. Could have taken him on. Here is Odeber. What you got? Have a dig. Odeber shoots into the arms of the goalkeeper. Do you mean Kudus better than Kulu? Well, Kudus is a winger. He's not the same player as Kulu, is he? I want to see these players play together, Alex. I want to see the technical players play together. At the moment, we don't have technical players on the pitch. We've got a lot of runners, no technical players. Kudus is the only one out there who's technical, right? But that doesn't mean anything when you're paying 60 million for Richarlison and 50 million for Brennan Johnson. When that money is when you're spending that much money, if that was the case, then Man U should be winning the league every year for how much they've spent, right? Doesn't quite work like that. As I said, all eyes for me are on Enoch. All eyes on Enoch. Let's see what they do. Anyway, here's Jed Spence to Bentancur. By the way, guys, you've all heard me. I've said this since the summer. I said in the summer, who's going to control games for Spurs? Where's the technical footballers? It's amazing. If you stuck Adam Wharton in our team, the difference would be huge. There's the ball into Kudus. Cross in. It's 2. Spurs are 2-0 up. I know we're absolutely terrible. No XG, blah, blah, blah. Get Frank out. But Richarlison and another assist for Kudus, who's done nothing. Get him out. Leighton, I'll tell you what, go and follow them then, mate. Go and follow them. Tottenham are 2-0 up. Classic smash and grab away performance. We've dug in, we've worked hard, we've had to defend, but with 15 minutes to go, we are 2-0 up. As I said, you stick an Adam Wharton in this midfield, right? We will be different. Now, are VAR going to rule this goal out? I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I think he's going to be offside, isn't he? I think one of these is going to, he's offside. He's offside. He's offside, isn't he? He's offside. He's offside. I'm changing that. I've got no doubt about it that he's offside there. Oh. It was a lovely ball with the outside of his boot. Lovely ball with the outside of his boot. For Richie, yeah, he's off. I don't know why they need the lines. I can see it. You can see it. And he's gone too early, hasn't he? He's gone too early. I don't know why they're taking this long. It's not a goal. Does anyone else think that that's onside? So Spurs with a second offside goal. Oh, dearie me. Richie went too soon. He was offside. It was a lovely ball. Richie's going, me? Yeah, mate, you. Yeah, you, mate. Oh, come on, man. Come on. First rule of a striker, look across the line at the winger. Come on. And I'll tell you what, it now is squeaky bum time for the last 12 minutes. Oh, now, can Spurs grab a second, or are Palace going to get an equaliser? Or does this game end 1-0? Let me know in the chat. Spurs a massive 3 points if they can get it. Really poor ball from Mickey van der Ven. Oh, yeah, you know. Yes, he is. Spence now to Odegaard, back to Spence. Spence again. Spence did the hard work. Then with the easy pass, gives it away for a corner. Like, he is infuriating, Jed Spence. He does so much good. And then it's almost like he says, I've done something good. Let's now do something bad. Oh, God. Every part of me feels a Palace goal because I'm a Spurs fan, but every part of me doesn't want the goal to come. Corner whipped in. It's headed over the bar, and the ref has given it's a goal kick. Header over the bar. It's so infuriating. The few and far between counter-attacks, and you've got to twice now we've been offside, both lazy offsides. Bergvall the first one, Richie the second one, both very lazy offsides. To be fair, listen, I don't like VAR. I don't like it either of these. I see your comment, but that was offside, right? So I get it. I just don't know why they needed that long to look at it. As soon as I saw the replay, I went, yeah, he's off. I changed my scoreboard immediately, didn't I? Here's Wharton. Giving the ball away that time. Here's Kudus, and Spurs have 5 bodies forward. We've got a 5-on-5 here. Here's Pedro Porro. Oh, Pedro. See, what is Frank meant to do when players like Porro do that? 5-on-5, the ball goes out wide. You've got 4 players in the box, and Porro just spoons it behind for a goal kick. Honestly. Spurs record in the Premier League in 2025, 36 games, 10 wins. But apparently it's all Frank's fault. This is why I can't take it seriously. Like, look at that record, but it's all Frank. Madness. Madness. We've won 10 of 36. We've lost 20 games. 20 games in 2025. And people can't see the mess that the manager's come into. Madness. Here's Richie. The ball's fallen to Kudus. He can't. He wins it back. He gives it to Richie. Shoot. Richie, finish it. Oh, Richie, that's awful. Oh, Richie, that is dreadful. Oh, my God. What are you meant to do when you get in there? Drill it low. Oh, my God. What would a Kane have done there? Low across the keeper. But look how much you're having a go at how bad we are, and you don't rate any of the players. Which one is it? Like, I don't get our fans. They don't rate the players, but then think we should be doing better. I don't get it. How on earth? That is rule 101. Open your body, play the ball across the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. And he just played it straight into his arms. What a week. 2 disallowed goals. Poor from Porro. The cross comes in, headed away again by Danso. Back in, headed away by Paulinho. Kudus brings it down, clears it. I tell you what, Rich, you've got to stick that away. You've got to. Palace, is he going to keep that on? Good play by Spence. See, now Spencer's done the good thing. Now do the simple thing. Played the ball over the top. Can Richie get there? Good header by Lacroix for a Spurs throw on. And now Radu Dragusin, and I want to say that's Brennan Johnson. I can't see because one of the coaches in the way. I think that's Brennan Johnson. So Radu and Brennan coming on. Surely, rule 101, drive it low and hard across the goalkeeper. You've got to put it into one of the corners. I mean, that's a Brazilian striker right there. Long throw by Danso. Headed away. It's going to go back to Odeberg. Not really seen him in the game since he came on, but here's Danso. Takes on his man. Go on, son. Whips it in left-footed. It's gone over everyone, but the Palace players in the end clear the ball. And now Spurs have started to open up a lot more in the last 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't know if you're watching. They're waiting to come on, mate. Paulinho loves it, doesn't he? Paulinho loves it. Here's Wharton, though, in the middle of the park. Oh, I love it. What a tackle by Paulinho. What a tackle. Here's Odeberg. Go on, son. Keep going. He's driving through. And then he's tripped. That's much better from Odeberg. That's what you want to see. Get the ball, run at your player. Much more positive from Spurs. And in the last 10 minutes, we've actually started to look the more likely. But at 1-0, Jefferson Lerma with a yellow card for Crystal Palace. So Crystal Palace have taken off Justin Devaney and on comes Romain SA, not Eze, SA. Now, Dragusin and Johnson are coming on for the last 5 minutes plus injury time. Archie Gray's gone off. I thought he's done better in the second half than the first, but he got the goal. Fair play. Right, yeah, they're just showing a goal now. Richie heads it on, and Gray just flicked. Couldn't really miss. Couldn't miss, but right place, right time. Fair play to the lad. And Tottenham so far with the goal that could see us for the 3 points. But, guys, be prepared if we do concede in the last 4.5 minutes. Be prepared for the onslaught of trolls. It's so funny because if we were losing this game 1-0, I'd have about 1,100 in here watching. It's madness, isn't it? Richie heads the ball across and a header over the bar by Radu Dragusin with his first touch. And I make that Spurs' 7th shot on goal. I don't know, roughly 7, I think. Here's Paulinho, gives it to Odegaard. He turns, runs. Here's Richie. Yeah, but the thing is, when Richie gets the ball at his feet, you just know that it's going to bobble about, don't you? You just know that nothing's coming of it. So Johnson on for Kudus. Radu Dragusin on for Gray. So it looks like Spurs have got maybe 3 at the back. Yeah, I think Danso's had a good go. I thought he had a few scary moments in the first 10 minutes, but I thought he's been good since. There's a ball high into our box, and Vicario claims it. So 3 minutes plus injury time for Spurs to get an invaluable 3 points. We really need this to take the pressure off. It's funny because this will take you 3 points off the European places. That's how mad this league is at the moment. Here's Richie. Heads it on to Odegaard. What you got? Odegaard shoots. Oh, he's in the post. Oh, no. He's in the post. Much better from Odegaard, who's come to life in the last 5 minutes. And Spurs, we've had 2 offside goals. We've hit the post. Richie's missed a sitter. We should have scored 2 or 3 in this game. Oh, Odegaard. But Odegaard, he did the right thing. Low to the corner, just didn't quite squeeze it in. But much better from Odegaard. And Spurs, for me, the last 15 minutes have been the better team here. I think we've rode the storm, and we're the team now getting the chances. Oh, that would have been it. The offside goal, or the Richie shot, or the post. We could have had this game wrapped up. Here's Bentancur. Plays a good ball. That's a great flick by Richie. Finish it, Brennan. Finish it. He crossed. What are you doing? Shoot. What are you doing, man? Shoot. What is Brennan Johnson doing? Shoot. Finish the game off. Oh, my God. I'll tell you the funny thing. Imagine this team, right, had Kane and Son in it. This game would have been won half an hour ago. Oh, my God. We've had chance after chance in this last 15 minutes. And now here's Wharton. Out wide to Essay. Really well done by Mickey van der Ven. Desperately got to keep that clean sheet for us, Mickey. We need the clean sheet. We need the 3 points. We need the win. So a throw for Crystal Palace. We're about to find out how many minutes of injury time. The ball comes into the box, headed down, cleared by Odegaard, who just clears it to safety. It's gone all the way back to Henderson. This is where we shit ourselves as Spurs fans. Header back across by Palace, back into the area, get there. Nice. Vicario came and done what you need your keeper to do. Vicario launches it out early. Brennan Johnson, run, Brennan. 7 minutes injury time. Here's Brennan Johnson, shoot. He's crossed it again, shoot. Brennan Johnson is absolutely awful. Absolutely awful, but I keep being told we got to play him more. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, Brennan Johnson. Where did the ref get 7 minutes from, by the way? Gary, I'm just like, this is a sub who's fresh on in the 85th minute. Open your legs and just run, man. Just run. And he just does nothing. And now, Dragusin with a header away. How have we not scored in this last 15 minutes is beyond me. Good play by Danso again. Yeah, for me, Richie, Johnson, all of it that could go. Oh, mate, Alex, all I see from all the other YouTubers is he's got to play Johnson, man. He was our top goal scorer last year. I think you're seeing when he plays why he doesn't. He is awful. So Spurs have 5.5 minutes of injury time left. How are we not 2 or 3 up? Cross comes in. And Danso again. Great header by Danso. He's had a really good game at the back there. As I said, my worry was never missing Romero. I don't worry about missing Romero. I don't. Just so scared now. There's a ball played in. Is that Uche who, the big lad has skewed it over the bar and that's good for us. Squeaky bum time. Oh, mate, have a day off. You think Brennan is doing well? What are we doing here? Mate, you give me anything above 15 million, I'm selling Brennan Johnson. He is dreadful. Oh, who cares? Get the win. What is wrong with you? Who cares? We've looked the most likely team in this last 15, 20 minutes. Chance after chance. What is wrong with us? Go on, Richie. Oh, Richie, play the simple ball. Again, mopped up by Bentancur. And then Porro does well. Keep it simple, Porro. Good ball into Richie. Richie, hold it up, man. Hold it up. Here's Richarlison. No, he's offside. He's blatantly offside. And he fluffed his lines anyway. Oh, Richie was blatantly offside. And now Paulinho's gone down. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Come on, Spurs. Please see this over the line. As I said, this is the problem, right? Loads of people go, get me Glasner. I don't think Palace play good football at all, but we'll see. Go on, Mickey. Mop that up, son. It's a throw into Palace. There are 2.5 minutes. What can Tottenham do? We've defended well. Can we keep them out for the last 2 minutes? This game should have been seen off by Odegaard, by Johnson, by Ritchie. They've all had top chances. The ball flicked across. The ball cleared. Wharton, edge of the box, shoots, blocked by Paulinho. Actually, I think it was his arse. I think he just stuck his arse in the way of it. No, not at all. I don't know what we're doing. Let's worry about Spurs winning a game. Here's Paulinho. Flicks it on into Odegaard. Can he get there instead of Lacroix? He can. Who's there with him? Odegaard holding onto the ball. He's done really well, Odegaard there. He's got loads of Palace players around him, though. And he wins the throw. Fair play, Odegaard. Really well done there. We're into the 96th. Not the point. Our fans always say, want to play really good attacking football. You don't bring in Glasner if you want to do that. Yeah, I think Odegaard's done well since coming. I thought the first 10 minutes he didn't really get into it. Since then, I think he's done well. He has. 96 minutes gone. The ball lands to Johnson. No, he couldn't get his shot away. And now Palace trying to break, but Dragusin mops it up to Bentancur. Out wide to Porro. 45 seconds to go. Come on, we never win at Palace. This will be a great win. Come on. Here's Odegaard. Takes his man on. Yes, he does. Brilliant play. Back to Ritchie. Back to Odegaard. Across goal. There's no one there, but Porro can retrieve it. Back to Porro. Bentancur shoots. The keeper saves. How have we not scored more than one? How on earth? We have had chance after chance. Pedro Porro kept the ball well. Lays it back. Bentancur. Good save by Henderson. And surely Spurs are going to see this out. I don't know where this injury time has come from, by the way. Great header again by Danso. I think he's been brilliant. I don't think we've missed Romero one bit today. I think he's been really solid. Here's Paulinho driving forward, but the tackle goes in. How are we still playing? How are we still playing? Mickey clears it. And there is the final whistle. And Spurs have got 3 points. Spurs have got the 3 points. What an interesting game. Second half was all Palace. And then Spurs in the last 20, 25 minutes. Chance after chance. And Danso was immense. Danso was absolutely immense. Him and Mickey at the back, for me, just feels more solid. Just saying, it just feels more solid. Archie Gray with the winner. Fair play to the young lad. He's smiling. Hey, we will take it. Let me stop the clock. Woo! Isn't it funny? We got 700 people exactly. If Palace had won that, I'd have about 1,500 in here. Guys, we desperately needed that and the clean sheet. We desperately needed that win. I feel all emotional. Desperately need that. Exactly. Right now, it don't matter. Frank in, Frank out. It doesn't matter. Spurs have got 3 points. We worked bloody hard, and the players are playing for him. I just don't think they're good enough. To do a lot more. But the chances at the end there, Bentancur, Johnson twice, Odegaard, Ritchie, chance after chance after not really having many for the rest of the 70 minutes. But hey, 1-0, Tottenham have won. I'm going to bring the table up so we can all see what's happened. By the way, earlier on, it was Sunderland 1, Leeds 1 for anyone. Listen, and I thought the subs were good today as well. I don't know if he gets any credit. I thought he made the right subs today. I thought that Paulinho was brilliant when he came on. I thought Odegaard was brilliant when he came on. I thought Dragusin got stuck in when he came on. So for me, look, as I said, get to the transfer window, right? Get to the transfer window. What can we do in a transfer window? Guys and girls, let me know, who was your man of the match? Who was your man of the match? I might be tempted to go for either Bentancur, more so Danso, probably Danso. Hurts you. I don't know what that means. Look, it's all very, very tight. We know we've got a game coming up on New Year's Day, which I can't do a watch along for, by the way. I'm not going to be in, so I won't be doing a watch along for. But let's have a look. Let's remove that, shall we? Let me put myself there like that. That's better. And now let's have a look at the table. Very important. Very, very important win for Spurs. And a big game coming up against Brentford. Who would have thought that? Let's bring the screen up. There we go. So there we are. Tottenham, 25 points. So 3 points off the top 7 for Europe. And then if Chelsea in 5th gets Champions League, 4 points off that. So look, it's been a rough few months for Spurs. We know that it's been a rough few months, but that's a very, very good win away. Everyone was questioning the team before the game. I think we dug in, we worked hard, we rode our luck at times, but they rode their luck at times. And I think all in all, I think we deserved the win. I do. I think for the chances, the clear-cut chances we had to bury that game. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. I thought they all did really well. Thought it was a really good cameo from those three when they came on. Johnson, the less said, the better. But again, I think Danso gets so much heat. Whenever he comes into the team, I don't see him let us down. I feel like whenever he's come into the team, I think he's had good games. And that's a really good away win. And if I'm not wrong, Spurs, how mad is this? How mad is this, right? How mad is this? Let me remove this. Oh no, I don't want to watch along. There we go. How mad is this? That is Tottenham, top of the away form table. That is absolutely crazy, isn't it? Tottenham are top of the away form table. It's mad. I mean, it's not the same reading when you look at the home form. We're 4th from bottom, but top of the away form table, which is truly startling. It's weird, isn't it? Listen, 3 points was the main thing today. I think we can all agree on that. I thought it was excellent today. I really do. As I said, where are the trolls? Like the people like Marios that came in. Bentancur's shit, Danso shit. I thought both of them were excellent today. Both of them I thought were really, really good. Look, I get it, right? We all want to be higher up the table, but we are nearly halfway through the season. We're one game away from being halfway through the season. We're only 13 points off last season's tally. So, hey, silver linings. But listen, let's see what we do. Brentford are a good team. Well set up. It's going to be a very interesting game on Thursday. It's going to be a very, very interesting game. I'll get some super chats in a minute as well. Yeah, look, as I've said, when people have been saying, oh, we're 15th, we're 14th, the table's going to move so much over the next 10 games, isn't it? It's going to move, and it's down to us now to follow that up with a result at Brentford. Minimum, get the draw. Ideally, you want the win, but minimum, get the draw. It's going to be down to us to really show what we're made of. But listen, it was a good win from a needed win. It wasn't a classic. It wasn't a classic, but Start adding one or two better players into this team. It really will change the way we play. It really will. I really hope we do that, guys. And listen, the transfer window, 3 days it opens, or 4 days, whichever way you want to look at it. Spence for me did some great things, but he gives the ball away way too much. Way too much. I also agree. I think Dragoshin will be a very good centre half, not playing in the high line. He will be a very good centre half. He was very good in Italy. But again, we all judged him based on a cavalier style of defending. Well, I was told today by everyone that we were going to get beaten 3 or 4-0. So, that's got to be, I think that's got to go down as a very good away win. We have won away at Leeds. Not many teams do that. We've won away at West Ham, away at City, away at Palace. There's some good away wins going on in there. Some good away wins. But we've just got to, we've got to get that home form better as well. And we've got to string a few wins together. I think that's the important thing here. I'm not someone that gets carried away by these things. We've got to follow up. We've got to follow up with more wins. Got to follow up with more wins. But listen, I just thought that we were very resolute today. I thought that we were very strong. I thought that we worked hard. And listen, did we ride our luck? Yeah. But you know what? Why not? Why not? You're going to have to at times ride your luck, aren't you? You're going to have to ride your luck. But this is what happens sometimes. And to be honest, I thought that we looked quite good at the back today. I thought we were quite good at the back today. I thought, listen, they had a lot of the balls going into our box. I felt we dealt with most things. Can anyone remember Vicario making a save? Like a real save? I don't know. Can anyone remember? Don't know. Don't know if anyone. Hang on, I'm just trying to recollect. I can't really remember. Definitely wouldn't give it to Richie for me. Criminal being offside when he was. Criminal the shot that he fluffed. Not for me. But it does sound mad, doesn't it? That if you're talking about being top of the away league, it does sound absolutely mad. So, look, we'll see, right? We'll see what happens in the next games. But guys, look, we got to win. We needed a win. Let's all take a break. Let's all take a break and take a step back. We're all the same. We're very quick when we lose to go, manager out, everything's terrible. But then when you get a good win, surely we have to say, good win, right? Let me get some. I'll get some super chats and then get some of your comments. A few people think Richie was man of the match. I just can't because of the offside and the shots were just, yeah, it's crazy. And it's like, this is why I said, look, it's so tight, isn't it? Between, Bournemouth in 15th through to Chelsea in 5th is 7 points. Like 7 points separate 10 teams. It's so tight in there. No. I'm not doing a 3.5, 4 hour watch along and then doing the Spurs review. No. We'll go live in the morning for a review. But no, I need some of my day to myself, Daniela. I need some of my day. But look. I think that all in all, I think we deserved it. Thought we defended well, and I thought we had the better chances in the game. Maybe people will say we didn't play well, and that's fine. But it is what it is. See, look, 38% possession versus a counter-attacking Palace team. We don't have the players to play possession football. Yeah, I don't know who people thinks is going to happen. I mean, you're saying, again, see, look, why can't Spurs fans are never happy against a poor Palace side, a tired and poor Palace side? Sorry, why are Palace more tired than us? Why are they more tired than us? This is mad. I mean, it's great. Like if we're saying that Frank needs to be sacked, then what are we saying about Hertzler, who's below him, Eddie Howe, who's below him, Iriola, who's below him? Like this is why it's all so knee jerk. It's all so knee jerk, and it's mad, isn't it? Look, you can't just say something nice. It's got to always be about how shit the other team are. Yes, yes, yes. That's right. Yes, yes. Sorry, just remembered. But I genuinely don't understand it. Um, 6 wins in 26 against the top 13 last season. We already have 4. Look, yeah, we can look at things. I just think, Mark, me and you both know, right? We talk about this offline as well. There's a lot of work to do at this football club. Um, there's a lot of work to do at this football club, and I think that it's, what we need to see is more performances like that from a defensive point of view. I think when he's opened up, we get opened up. I think we need to see a bit more of that, but then bringing in better players so that we're better going forward. Um, but hey, I think that, I don't know, it just feels like now we're not allowed to say anything, right? Like even when we win, um, everyone wants to just find the real negatives in the game, and it just feels a bit weird to me. It just feels a little bit weird to me. Listen, it was an end-to-end game in the end. I mean, listen, first half I thought was end-to-end. Second half, I think they dominated until about 72, 73 minutes. And then I felt like we had chance after chance after chance. And for me, I think we defended better than they did. And yeah, I know, but if that means all we do is criticize, right? That means all we do is criticize. So we criticize when we lose, we criticize when we win. Aren't we allowed to have 20 minutes, an hour, a day where we go, phew, good, we won the game, let's relax? Are we not allowed to do that? I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure why it always. Again, yeah, absolutely. And the key part there is on and off the pitch. On and off the pitch. Somebody just messaged me saying Bentancur was rubbish. Oh, what? Oh my gosh, I truly worry about this fan base. What's more important to you? Is it more possession, or is it that we won the game? I just feel like, again, it's the same people that can't seem to be happy. Why, how, how are so many people? I'm just, I'm baffled. Honestly, it just feels like we're never going to be happy. We're never going to be happy. Absolutely, absolutely. Over to you, Enoch. Over to you. All of the focus is purely on Frank. Over to the board. Show us early, right? So 6 days ago, right? Sorry, we play nearly every 3 or 4 days. What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? So we win a game and it's all, but they're tired. I genuinely don't know, man. I genuinely don't know. Um, I it feels very much now that it just feels very much that no one wants to be happy at all, do they? Everyone said we got the team wrong, but we've just won the game. I thought we had the best chances. Um, I thought we were defended brilliantly, but now that's people all week going, "Oh, I thought we were going to be hard to beat and make the defense good." When we do that, we don't like it. Um, agreed. Solid away performance. Agreed. Agreed. Really, really good. Um, it's crazy. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, Paratici at the game. I'm not sure what's going on there. I mean, there are a lot of reports that he's going to join them, that he can't join them until the 1st, right? So it is what it is. Yeah, Kiri, it's madness. It's absolutely madness. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't pick on things, but surely everyone's happy we won the game of football, right? I'll be honest. Other than I didn't really feel that Palace. There wasn't anything where you thought, God, that was close. They got a lot of the ball in the box, but I thought Van der Ven and Danso were exceptional. I thought Vicario was exceptional today. Cameos from Odegaard, from Dragusin, from Paulinho, I thought did really well. Spence, I thought, was excellent defensively. Not so good going the other way, but I thought Spence was good defensively. I thought Bentancur put out fire after fire after fire. And you've got to dig in. And for all these people who are saying, oh, the football wasn't great. When did we last win at Palace? Like, did anyone expect it to be a really good win? Look, I'm just happy we've got the 3 points. We move on to Brentford. We move to the transfer window. And listen, we can be happy, right? Isn't that right? We can all be happy. This Mike, he gets so much hate. I don't get it. I thought he was excellent today. I thought he was absolutely excellent again today, and gets so much hate. I just don't get it. And it is absolutely some positivity from people. Yeah. Clean sheet away. It's good. 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 This is Arsenal failed to beat these during the week. Arsenal failed to beat these. They needed penalties. Why am I acting like it's a big win? Palace have been. Sure, mate, just go and be unhappy somewhere else. It's a big win in terms of Spurs stopping the rot and getting 3 points. Of course, it's a big win away from home. This guy, just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Come on, guys, show me your positivity. Let's see some positive people in the chat. Honestly, these people like Z, children, they're not Spurs fans. If all you can take from that game today is negative, then you've shown that you don't want Spurs to do well. There's so much positive from that today. There's so much positive from that game. He was very good when he came on. He was very good when he came on today. Very good. Right? It was very good when he came on. So we'll see. We'll see. And Teddy, absolutely. I remember the days when we used to celebrate winning games. But now we just don't seem to want to be happy about it. So I criticize Bentancur every week. I'm the one that says, yeah, I think we can do better than Bentancur, but I think he's been our best midfielder this season. So I don't think we should make things up. Yeah, I can go with that. I can go with that. He does, like all of our players. As I said, we haven't bought ball-playing midfielders, and I'd love to see the difference. I'd like to see the difference. A Wharton, a Stiller, somebody who gets on a ball. I genuinely think you would see how calmer we are when that happens, because that player would get the ball, have acres of space. Look how much space Wharton gets himself into. That's not luck. That's him. That's his intelligence. Wharton always had space on the ball today. He knows where to be, where to pick the ball up from, and how to pass it. Unfortunately, we don't have that. Unfortunately, we don't have a player like that in the football club, and we need that. But I thought defensively we were brilliant today. Van der Ven, again, really good game from Mickey. Danso, hats off to him. Hats off to Danso. He gets so much stick. But again, I said yesterday, didn't I? I'm not worried about Romero not playing with Danso there. I'm not. I know Romero's a better footballer, but Danso he defends so well. He had some scary moments today. But in general, I thought he did really well today, Danso. Big up Kate and Jimbo. Massive win. Some people cannot be pleased. Jim, I think this is Jim. because there's no kiss. If it was Kate, it'd be a kiss. Yeah, Jim, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. How many people lead with the negative? I just don't get it. How many lead with the negative? Hang on 1 second. Why are so many people leading with the negative? I just don't get it. Surely it should be leading with the positive. When we lose, everyone leads with the negative. When we win, people still want to leave. Positive, only one thing that we got away with 3 points. What do you mean? We had the best chances, my man. We had the best chances. Shawnee boy.
How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. My voice is going a little bit. My voice is going. Brennan Johnson at the end there nearly gave me a heart attack with his movements. Yes, your boy Odeberg. Brilliant cameo. Superb cameo.
Let me lead with the negative. No, I'm kidding.
Sean, I'm absolutely staggered. How many Spurs fans literally now don't even celebrate when we win? Like it was a much needed win, Sean. It was a really much needed win.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. And look, I thought I'll start with the positives. I thought the substitutions worked a treat. Arguments that you could have made a couple a little bit earlier, but I thought Polinia was absolutely sensational. I was saying it throughout my stream. Like, I'm sick and tired of these these tacticos on Twitter telling everybody that Polinia is part of the problem, and why players like Leon Goretzka, by a proxy of that, will be a mistake for Tottenham. They clearly don't understand as much as they think they do, because Polinia is a sort of guy that comes in and mops things up and makes you a little bit more resolute in certain situations. I thought Odeberg was sensational when he came on. I thought Jedley King was brilliant once again down the left-hand side. And look, as much as I thought the first half was horrendous, and I think if you look at the momentumometer, it tells a different story to the way that the scoreline played out, because it was basically all Crystal Palace for 70 minutes of that game in terms of momentum and possession. Ultimately, the way I landed on it was like, how many chances, like how many times did they actually create or carve out any real chances? I don't remember any top saves. I think they had 3 shots on target the whole game. But most of the saves that Vicario put in were fairly rudimentary, which is a positive. But I felt that the last half an hour, when Tottenham sort of took advantage of their tired legs, they were definitely tiring. But that's a consequence of them putting on that press, right? They put on the man-to-man press from the first minute until about the 60th, and Tottenham we couldn't get hold of the ball in the midfield. I thought for the first half, I thought it was. I didn't like I heard you saying that you thought Bentancur was excellent. I thought Bentancur tidied things up a little bit, but in terms of him and Archie Gray, in terms of getting on the ball and actually getting control of the ball, I don't agree. I thought they were really poor for the 70 minutes.
I think the difference is, for me, Sean, is I think they're really poor on the ball anyway. I just meant in terms of what Bentancur was doing, mopping up every single fire he put out. He was from. I don't expect
there was a lot of. That's fine, but there were like we lost every single second ball in the first half. Like, for me, at half time, I was like, this is awful. This is an awful hard watch, right? We're 1-0 up. Not really sure how we managed to get ourselves 1-0 up. Obviously, we had a couple of chances that were marginally offside as well. Look, we put the ball in the back of the net 3 times, right? So, and they weren't exactly miles offside. They were like a bum offside or a foot offside or whatever else. So we were kind of, what I would say is, we were clinical and they were wasteful, because they had a hell of a lot of opportunities. I thought, generally speaking, Pedro Porro, I thought he did okay defensively, but in terms of with the ball at his feet, again, I thought it was one of his worst performances I've seen from him. I thought it was horrendous with the ball at his feet, absolutely atrocious. Kevin Danso, I thought in the first half, I was really concerned, because Mateta is so strong, such a handful. He's a handful for anybody, but I thought, you know what, I'd rather him go up against Kevin Danso, because Danso's a beast. But in the first sort of 40 minutes, I was sitting there going, I thought Kevin, he's winning too many of these first balls, and there was nobody to win the second ball. So I wasn't really happy at half time, but we got the goal. Archie Gray, congratulations. Lubo's going to be unbearable, mate. Lubo's going to be unbearable. But I actually thought I thought Archie Gray had a stinker. I thought he had an absolute stinker with the when Tottenham had the ball. But he gets his first goal, a little nod, whatever. I thought Kolo Muani was shocking in the first half when we had the ball. Every time we got the ball, we just gave it away. We gave it back over and over again. You know, the only person on the Tottenham pitch that I thought was good with the ball in the first half, I thought Kudus was very good, and I thought Jed Spence was very good. Everybody else was doing better defensively, but in terms of on the ball stuff, I thought it was piss poor. And then the second, when we get the goal, and I was like, wow, listen, this is a smash and grab, cool, fine, fair enough. That's what we're doing here. Second half started and they're coming at us again. But I did say at halftime, I said that there's consequences to pressing the way that they are, and they're going to tire. So if we can stay 1-0 up, then they're going to fall off a little bit. And then as the game got to about the 65th, 70-minute mark, you kind of felt like Palace were running out of ideas. They started just lumping it in. And then once that happened, then we made the substitutions. And I think from then on, it looked very comfortable for Tottenham. So for me, wasn't pretty, but go away from home, Crystal Palace. Great 3 points to have. You got a relatively not a bad next fixture away from home against Brentford to see out the year or to start the new year. And if you get the 3 points then, Sav, you're kind of probably going to be around 8th or 9th. Something like if you can do the Brentford result as well. Suddenly, like this, you know, things are in the right direction. Did I see anything today that would get me like really on board Thomas Frank, or like any kind of on the ball vision of how we were playing? That I wasn't really not really sold on anything today. But what I would say is a dogged performance, and sometimes, you know, like you can't complain really if you take away 3 points away from home at a team like Palace. You can't. So I'm not complaining, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was like wowed by the way we performed.
Oh, of course.
But I think three of the back four I thought were exceptional today. And then the substitutions, I thought the players that came off the bench, I thought to a man, they were all brilliant. Odegaard was fantastic, and Pellegrini was fantastic. And sorry, go on, carry on, mate.
No. I was going to say I don't necessarily disagree with that. And I think, listen, the thing for me is, you know me, I never expect us to be really good on the ball because I don't think we've got those players. But it is alarming how many of our players give the ball away at a rate of knots. And it's really interesting for me. I thought Porro and Spence did some really... I said to that in the first half, Jed Spence for me is an enigma, right? He does the hard bit of the game brilliantly. Great positioning, great tackling, wins the ball. And it's the easy bit of, make the 5-10 yard pass. That's all a bit lackadaisical. It's like he's doing it in slow motion or not really completing his pass. Porro, the same.
He's a languid player, I think, Jed Spence. I'll tell you what, though. I think if we can... Like, there's something about Jed Spence that I think he's not phased. He's not phased by anything. And I think he's got an engine on him. I think he's got a gallop on him. If he can like finesse and fine tune those certain rough areas of his game, I think there really is a good player in there. Really is. I think he's one of the bright spots of this season. I think he's improving. I think there's a lot more to come from him, but I think he has something about him. Defensively, I've never really that concerned about him, Sav. But going forward, I'm seeing more and more sort of areas of his game. I agree with you 100%. Some of his passes are sloppy, and his final ball when he gets forward. But I don't know how you fix that because he's a player that's playing on the wrong side for his natural foot. Yeah,
and that's what I was going to say. That's the difficulty with it, right? But I used to work with this coach. Always used to say to the players, "Smooth it." That was the term he used. So when you're passing the ball, just smooth it. Make sure the ball gets from A to B. Smooth it. And with Spence, it's almost like because he's doing everything in his own, like you say, he's languid and he does everything at sort of like his own pace. Sometimes it's like, it's a lazy pass. It's not that he can't pass. It's a lazy pass. Porro, exactly the same. Porro's is different though. Porro tries Hollywood passes all the time. And you're like, no, just get it down and play. But look, I thought, especially in the second half, I thought Danso and Van der Ven were superb. Yeah. I thought they dealt with what was thrown at them brilliantly. Yeah. I thought Odegaard had a really good cameo when he came on, really positive, running at people, taking them on rather than laying it off. He was taking them on. There was a
Yeah.
scenario where he outmuscled Lacroix, maybe, or Lerma, one of them for the ball. I thought, fair play to you.
Yeah.
Really good cameo from Paulinho. And again, I know before the game, the big talk was, why is Paulinho not playing? Some people are suggesting something's going on with him personally. I don't know, but he keeps coming on and he's putting in good shifts. So it doesn't look like it's anything to do with attitude or.
He does what he does very well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's never going to be the all round. He's never going to be someone that fills up that pentagon on data mob or the hexagon.
Yeah.
He's never going to have a giant hexagon. But where like the duels won, the tackles won, the possessions won, all that stuff, he's going to fill it out, because if you can partner him with someone that can do the rest, the passing stuff, that can fill out the rest, like for what it's worth, Leon Goretzka did. We did this on a show I did earlier. We looked at 3 players, looked at lots of players, but Goretzka, Ederson, Locatelli, any of those sorts of players, you go and get one of them, and then you literally put the two of like Paulinho and any one of those 3 or 4 players, and you put them overlay, and they complete the entirety of that hexagon. And so you need someone next to Paulinho that can do the rest of the business. And in Paulinho, you have someone that just knows how to tidy things up, especially if you've got a lead to protect. There's no one better to come off the bench. And I thought he was. Oh, here we go. Yeah, what's this? Nice. What you got there?
So on the right hand side, going over to the jewels and stuff is Paulinho. I'll tell you what, it'd be easier if I showed you. So Paulinho is the light red, Ederson green, Goretzka blue, Locatelli is in the pink. I mean, you're right. The whole hexagon is filled up, isn't it? So
yeah, exactly. That's what you want, right?
No, I think you're right. And you know my position on this, Sean. This for me is so crucial that I think for me, let's just use Wharton from today, right? Wharton, I thought, was the standout player on the park in terms of ability. I think he's got a really good passing range. He's always got time, and that's by design, not by default. He makes sure that he's always got time on the ball and space. If you suddenly plug a player like that into this midfield, alongside someone like Paulinho or Bentancur mopping up and doing all the horrible stuff, I really do think it settles us down.
Yeah.
And it calms a lot of the ball coming straight back to us. I think it calms it down. The question we got to ask, Sean, is we all talk about it. Is that what Spurs are looking for? I mean, we could talk about it until the cows come home, right? But we've also got fans, by the way. So just say, we've also got fans. We were talking about this last night on WhatsApp. I mean, we were linked with Goretzka, which I think is a bit pie in the sky, but we have how many fans that I've seen online going, oh, well, if Frank buys Goretzka, Frank can go because he's crap. And you're like, are you?
Yeah, these are donuts, mate. They're donuts. Honestly, they're donuts. Like, to each their own, right? Yeah, everyone's got their own opinion, but like, there's these tacticos on Twitter, mate. You know, we know who we're talking about. You know, you sent me these people. They're the same people that they made their mind up about Thomas Frank, rightly or wrongly, before he even joined. And they also made their mind up about Paulinho, rightly or wrongly, before he joined. And then every time that we lose a game, it's apparently Paulinho's fault. Every time we win a game, it's never Paulinho's responsibility. And for me, I heard you say before I joined on that you thought Bentancur was our best midfielder this season. And maybe I think Bentancur's had a better season than I personally rate Bentancur. I'm pretty harsh on Bentancur. I don't rate him as much as I used to. But in certain games this season, I think that Bentancur has actually been very good. And I thought today, defensively, I saw him mopping things up. He won a lot of headers at the back, you know, in and around the melee and stuff. And I thought, like, I'm happy to give him the flowers for that. Sure. But for me, like, Paulinho is the best midfielder that Tottenham have had this season over the 18 games. I think he's been our best midfielder for doing what he's good at. And so the people that tell you we shouldn't buy Leon Goretzka are also the people that tell you that Paulinho is dog shit. And I'm like, well, you know what? If you think that, then I don't really want to listen to you on this opinion, because Leon Goretzka is not dog shit.
If Leon Goretzka walked into this Tottenham squad right now, he would stand out like a sore thumb, like he would head and shoulders above everybody else. But we've got this. But by the way, you know me, Sean. I'm the sort of person. I know it can't all be done in one window, but I want to see a complete overhaul everywhere. Do you know what I mean? I feel like we need an overhaul. Can we just what did you make of interesting performance from Richarlison today? Because I thought he did some really good things, really good things. but it's those moments where you want your striker to be calm, composed, where he really does struggle, doesn't he? Like staying on side, then getting a chance in the penalty area, and you're thinking, just drill it low beyond the keeper, straight into his arms. You know, like
yeah.
it's so
No,
frustrating.
I hear you on
isn't
that.
it?
I hear you on that. I think that the first goal that was offside that he scored, it wasn't him that was given offside. It was Bergvall. But even if Bergvall had been onside, he would have been offside anyway. So it was like a double offside. So he needs to like time his run a little bit better. And the second goal obviously was offside as well. But look, what I would say is that previously he might have been onside, but he would have smashed it over the bar or missed it or sent it wide. Like he seems to have got his finishing boots on. Like I seem to feel a little bit more calm. Like you put the ball in the spot for him in the area, and he seems to be getting his foot on it, and it seems to be ending up in the back of the net. Now today he was unfortunate because he didn't get a goal. Both of them were offside or whatever. But generally speaking, I think he's worked hard. I think he had a decent shift today. I think the one thing that pissed me off more so than the missed opportunity, the thing that pissed me off in the first 60 minutes from him is when the ball was getting lumped into the air. He was running towards where the ball was going to be, looking at the flight, and then looking at the guy that he was going to be in a duel with, and he would just sort of like back into him, and then just not actually compete for the ball. Whereas the guy would end up he'd take Richarlison's duel and then just jump up and win the header anyway. And so I feel like his priorities and his thoughts are, let me see if I can knock the guy off balance rather than actually competing for the header. And those things annoy me. But I actually think he had a good game, like for his standards. For what I think of him, I think he was good today.
It's I think with Richie, I've never changed my opinion on this guy in the years he's been at Spurs from what I saw at Everton. He is a moments player. When he hasn't got time to think, he's good. When he's got time to think, he overthinks everything. Like his hold-up play is literally non-existent. So today, when the ball goes into him on the ground, it bounces off him. In the air, I thought he did some good things, but it's just those moments. Like, you know, when he had that chance in the box, not the goal, that
the one later on.
When he had that chance, any good striker there shuffles it out their feet and drills it low back across the goalkeeper, make the keeper work. And that's the problem. And by the way, I'm going to lump another player into this, right? The sentence I'm about to say, Sean, I never feel like Richie's going to score in those moments. A player that I never feel is going to get anywhere near a goal and score is Mawani.
I thought he had a stinker today.
Yeah. Is it not worrying now? This is 17 games and he's scored in one of them. I know that James Flower will be
he winds me up about
all over this, but I don't know what to make of him. I don't know what to make of him. Sometimes
he's got a lovely touch.
Amazing. Other times he's languid. I don't know, mate. I don't know.
No, I agree with you. He's also languid, but I think he can hold the ball up. Listen, it was his header at the back post that was flicked back to Richarlison. So like he's got a key pass. It won't be registered as an assist, but it was the assist before the assist, if you like. And that's not the first time this season, right? He's very good at winning that header back post. And so there's value in him. I also think he's very good at when he gets the ball in the right position. He's very good at when he wants to be at sort of controlling the ball, bringing it down, and then using his size to be able to like shuffle and defend from protection whilst dribbling almost. He's like a big lump. Like he's like a poor man's Voltamade in as much as like big guy that can hold the ball in close control. But ultimately, I think you're right. I think that the assessment, I'd say even James Flower and maybe Stell, they're kind of right in as much as that he doesn't come across as like a clinical finisher.
Yeah. It's not his game, is it? We know it's not his game.
No.
Right?
But there's definitely value. There's definitely value in him. There's definitely value in having him. But yeah, I think he is a bit of an enigma as well in terms of how do you value someone that can do some things really well, but if you can't rely on him to be able to score too many goals, then are there other players out there that can do more? I still stand by him. I think there's a good player in there. But listen, I back players, mate. I think that Odebear was. I think that I promised. I am so sure that Odebear is going to be a very good player. He needs to get more minutes and needs to get more opportunities in a better free-flowing team that has more confidence on the ball, and he will be someone that thrives. And I still feel the same, by the way, about Matthias Tell. I think it's criminal that Matthias Tell doesn't get any chances in a team that struggles on the ball, because he's someone that's very good he's good on the ball. So I know the people are going to sit there and say that they disagree, that they made their mind up, and to each their own. But I feel as strongly about Matthias Tell as I do about Odobert. I think both of them are going to be good players, but we have to be a better footballing team to be able to allow them and give them chances. Like Matthias Tell doesn't get any chances at Tottenham. How can we judge him when he doesn't play?
Yeah, I think he came on the other day and I thought he was good. I can't remember the game, but and then now it's Odebert's turn. Yeah, I guess it goes down to he's not sure of the two, is he? You can see that all season he's not sure of the two. But listen, look, for me, we can look at the negatives, but look, the positives for me today, first of all, is a clean sheet and 3 points. The obvious, right? It was much needed. Listen, I don't really care about if we're 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. At the end of the day, we've just got to string a few wins together. So we move on to Brentford. Clean sheet, worked hard. I think we knew Palace were going to have more of the ball. I thought Palace were okay. I don't see all the fuss with Glasner, if I'm honest. I think that Glasner's another hard-working manager, but his teams don't really inspire, if I'm honest. I know a lot of fans want him, but I think a lot of our fans that say they want him, I think if he managed us, I think we'd get very frustrated with the style of play. But I want to ask you about one more thing before we go, Sean, because obviously you know what it's like when you do a 3.5 hour stream. And my wife just came in from a weekend away as well, so I should probably go and see her for some hours. The camera panned over, by the way, didn't it, to Paratici? It panned over to Paratici, sitting with Vinay. And immediately,
well, and there's no Johan Lang.
Yeah, so I mean,
I was expecting to see Vinay in the middle, Paratici one side, and Johan Lang the other, because it's like when you've got one parent takes the two kids out to the cinema, and the dad sits in between the two, the boy and the son and the daughter. But there was no Johan Lang there, but there was Vinay. Interesting, right?
It's interesting, right? Because a lot of reports. A lot of the reports are saying that if he does join Fiorentina, which for me, strange one, but if he does join Fiorentina, it can't be until, is it the 1st of Jan or the 1st of Feb? I'm not sure, depending on the reports you read. But him being there today, I mean, they panned to him. He didn't look happy, but I mean, how can you read into that? You could pan over to me looking miserable when you want. It is what it is.
The person I would imagine was the most concerned if they were watching the game today. If Johan Lang is still in Denmark with his family, right, and he sat there and gone, how are we getting on watching the game, right, having his last little sip of whatever the Danish Krog is, and then suddenly the camera pans to Vinay, and then Paratici's there. Johan Lang going, what? He was supposed to be on his holidays too. How is he back at work? And fuck.
He told me he was on annual leave.
Flight to London pronto.
Yeah. I mean, listen, this is an interesting one from West Coast Spurs. It could the Florentine rumours be a power play by Paratici to force Tottenham to get rid of Lang? I love a theory.
That's a conspiracy. Let's do that on the Rabbit Hole Ramblings later on.
There you go. You've just given Sean his first. He's coming. I mean, it's a strange one, isn't it? Because like when you look at it, I mean, Fiorentina are 5 points adrift from safety. They're not playing well. They got half a season to go. I saw you say earlier. I mean, for him to go to Fiorentina, where they could be playing in the second division next season.
Yeah, that makes
sense. Is this purely an Italian thing? Does he just want to go home, in your opinion, or is there more to it?
I mean, maybe, but I'll tell you what, West Coast, I think that's not a bad little shout, to be honest, because if Tottenham were to say, yeah, look, you can go, but you can't go until February the 1st, because you've got to, we've employed you and you've been putting 4 months in for this window. We need your help for this window. So you can only join on February the 1st. Then there's every likelihood that Paratici signs a 5-year deal or whatever with Fiorentina, goes on February the 1st, can't do anything in terms of signing new players until the summer, by which time they might be in Serie B. Does Paratici really want to join a team and then play in the equivalent of the Championship for a year? I'm not sure. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Listen, I think it's all very strange, mate. It's all very, very strange, and you know, at least officially, there's been no approaches there, so we shall see, mate. But yeah, either way, I think the whole situation needs to be resolved, and I don't think that two directors of football is ever going to work. I said it, you know, when it happened. I said the whole thing's doomed to fail. Doesn't make any sense, and I still stand by that. And I think that Vinay, his first major decision as number one was to take a pussy way out and say, "I'll give you both a shout." Not great.
No, not at all, not at all. Look, we're going to find out over the next month. And look, we've come to Sean's greatest moment in his life, which is, of course, transfer windows, because he loves it. More videos will be going out than normal from all YouTubers. I mean, look, Sean, listen, we've managed to get to the end of the year. The transfer window opens in 4 days. Are you expecting that Spurs go, like, I mean, I'm talking like first week, like things lined up? Will that tell you that we're moving different if we do that? And do you expect that?
I think the first deal that we're going to do is an outgoing one. And I think the second deal we're going to do is Polinia permanized.
But will that satisfy? Like for me, if you sign Polinia permanent, I'm not counting.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, no. Where's my new players? Like, where's my? Yeah.
I don't care about that. That's nothing.
It's going to be interesting, mate. It's going to be interesting to see. Look, Sean, it's up to you. I'm going to end the show, but I've got 15 super chats to do, so I don't know if you want to stay around for them and see if there's any questions, or if you want to.
No, I'll let you go. I'll let you crack on if you want to do the super chat.
You might want to.
Yeah,
I know what it's like. See you in a bit, mate.
Thanks,
listen, I'm going to do the super chats, and then we'll send you over to somebody else. First and foremost, thank you to everyone who sent a super chat. But Robert said, people don't understand the difference between attack the opinion and attack the man. Yeah, I mean, before the show was mental today. Really was mental with trolls, wasn't it? And it's funny, I haven't seen any of those same people come in since we won the game. It's so strange, isn't it? Where's the Mariuses? Where are all those people? And you know what? If we lose to Brentford, they'll be the first ones in. It's such a shame. Big up to you, Rob. Really appreciate that. Big up to Siath, or Sia the Grey, I should say. So I hope you're well, Savva. We're so weak in all areas. Completely agree. As I said, nothing's changed for me. We need an overhaul in all areas of the pitch. Big up to you, Sia the Grey. Thank you very much. Big up to Dark Knight Guy 1. Says we need Ten Hag. He would do great with this squad. No, thank you. That is definitely not what I want, but each to their own. Thank you very much for the super chat. David, thank you very much. I said, seek our fan base turning their nose up at Goretzka. I mean, come on, what we moaning at here? He's miles ahead of what we got. He's an experienced leader. David, it blows my mind. It blows my mind how any Spurs fan. I saw someone earlier say we can do better than him, and I'm like, sorry, who that's joining? Can we do madness? We are a very strange fan base. Big up to you, David. Big up to Super Early Birds. Been a member for 4 months. Just said Danso plays like moon boots. Love it. Big up to you, DB forever. Always with a super sticker. Thank you very much. Much love to you, my man. Big up to Kia Horpan. Kia, how you doing? I've not spoken to you for ages. I hope you're well. Come in with the super sticker, and then comes in again and says, good job, Savva Spurs. We still need proper players. Yeah, listen, I'm not the sort of person that sees us win and then says, don't need new. No, my opinion has stayed the same all season. Win, lose, or draw. We need better footballers massively. Big up to you, Kia. Appreciate you. SavCap1 said, our away form tells me White Hart Lane is toxic. Support them. Might be a lot to be said for that. Why are we so good away and so poor at home? Big up to you, SavCap. Really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Grey Dream Believer, the old cat funt. That's a 3 points. End of. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, 3 points. It's the main thing from football, and we got it. Big up to you. Thank you very much. Big up to Adam Horlock. Said, love to see someone seeing the positives in the game. But Adam, I tried throughout the game to find the positives, but honestly, so many people, we win, and they just like, oh, that Z Gold. I mean, who are these people? Like, they see us win and go, oh, we only had 38%. Oh my God. Like, sorry. Did you want 60% and lose? Big up to you. Thank you so much, Adam. Really appreciate you for that, buddy. Big up to Eamon O'Shea's become a new member. Welcome, Eamon. There'll be a members-only show this week. I've not done one for a few, so there will be this week. You are more than welcome to join that now. Thank you very much. Peb has said, why do you think Paulina is not starting? I don't know. I would love to know the answer to that question. I don't know. Maybe he's been playing with a niggle. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'd love to know because I like Paulina, so I don't know. Big up to you. And what's coming and going says odd anti-Frank Brigade are mainly pro-Ange. Injuries apparently the issue last season, but they overlook how many were missing centrally. Look, I just think, as I said before, I think we need to stop this Ange Frank thing. You know, it's constantly Ange versus Frank, Ange versus Frank. I don't know what good it does anyone. Ange had his issues. Frank's got his issues. I just don't know what good it does anyone. It's mad. What I'm seeing is it's mainly the people that blamed Levy for everything that are Frank out more than anyone else because they can't blame Levy for anything this year. Big up to you. Thank you very much. David said, imagine Goretzka, Savinho, Robinson and Ter Stegen. Well, you had 4 quality players. Your team's going to look a lot better, isn't it? I completely agree with you, David. And this is all I'm saying. I want to see a manager backed, given some players. If it doesn't improve, then you can turn around and go, sorry, mate, you've had loads of players now. It's not worked. Right now, this is mainly somebody else's team. So big up to you, David. Really appreciate that. Look, thank you to all those who were thank you for all those who were very nice earlier. It was weird. It was a really weird beginning to the show. It's like trolls just came out of nowhere for nothing. We weren't even losing. The game hadn't started. But it is what it is. I'm going to, let's see if anybody is still live in the Spurs sphere. Who we got live? There we go. I'm going to send you over to THFC till we die. When you get there, just say Savva Raid or FHTV Raid. Either way, much love to you all. Thank you very much to Andy who said members show is Thursday or Friday, please, Savva. You've got it. It'll probably be Friday. Thursday's New Year's Day. It'll be Friday. Much love. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate you. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs.